Buddy. This is the 30th final game in a row of Pathways to Adventure, running it with good friends. And we have the largest group we've ever had, actually. We have 5 players today, so I'm super excited and stoked to be able to show this to everybody um, and just be a nice little fun game for everybody. So, who wants to recap what happened last time on yesterday Ball Z?
Me. Skeleton man trips balls in woods.
That's a pretty apt description. So we had our party gather up in Paradise in Maiden's Fall, and a guild message was posted by 2 members looking to try to get assistance for hauling a large amount of materials from the city to a ranger outpost very far to the north. And as part of that, you guys traveled through the plains of Karana. You stopped briefly at the Mighty Bower Ranger's Bower Tree, but I like puns and bad references. And then you ended up finishing the session in the forest of the Greater Fadart because you were interested in um, getting some meat and stuff for your bear and a few other things. I can't quite recall. You kind of just swirled over and had fun checking it out. And then from there, you guys fought a very large skeleton, but prior to that, you met Bonesy Jonesy, or Mr. Brittlebone. I can't remember exactly what his name was. The old merchant, who was a bit of a shrewd one, and made a deal with him that if he helped you guys uh, kill this giant skeleton, that you would give him half of the materials as far as the mana from the skeleton, the mana ether, if I recall correctly. And then what else? I think that's predominantly what happened as far as the setup. You guys meticulously, brutally murdered the skeleton before it even got to act, so there's that. If I recall, you identified its weak point with your ranger friend. They shot it in the clavicle for a bunch of damage. Rogue friends went around, flanked the creature, climbed up its back using its rib cage as a handy little ladder, stabbed the hell out of its clavicle, and then almost finished it off with a furious leaping dragoon flying up in the air and slamming down with a mighty dragon punch to do an absurd amount of damage. And then you rode the creature, you mounted it, took control of it as a mount, and then ran it off the cliff for falling damage to finish off the creature. So 300 hit points gone in about 8 seconds. The other guy didn't even have to help. You still got half the reward though, because you guys honored your word. And then you guys fought a very large spider and had a whole bunch of trouble with it at first. One person got poisoned. I think it was Chevy's rogue got poisoned. Good old Shinbor got cured later by Ranger. And what else happened? Let's see. That was the biggest part of that fight, I think. And we had a furious fire breath that killed all the baby spiders and did a lot of damage to Big Spider. You guys started tearing into Little Spider, Mama Spider, and then Mama Spider tried running away, but you were mounted on top of it as a dragoon and just went with it and breathed fire again at it to finish it off. You guys got some delicious spider legs and some of the body parts from the spider. You found some loot from one of the spider's victims from before, and a treasure map with an X marks the spot on it with a little cave looking symbol. And you guys decided to deal with that later and instead decided to go work on your mission of delivering the cart to the Rangers in Surefall Glade. And I believe that's where we left off. Except What else happened?
Um,
The berry bowl.
The
oh
Berry
yeah.
Bowl. You had 40 pixies flying around you who gave you hallucinogenic berries and strongly encouraged you to partake in a ritual that they called Berry Bowl, which involves getting three or more people high with the berries, reading their minds as they hallucinate that they're in a blood match, fight to the death arena battle, when in reality they're just rolling around slapping each other on the ground, giggling. And so we saw an epic three-way fight um, between you three, and then at one point I think Betty White popped in. Maybe it was a thing, definitely a thing. So yeah, um, I think after that is where we ended it, right after the fight, and there was a special boon that was to be given to the victor. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was something of monetary value, I believe, though. And
I wrote
I
it
think
down.
3 gold.
I won something worth 5,000 gold from the berry bowl. I think it was a gem or something.
oh yeah, what was it? What I call it, the forest tier or something like that. I think that's what it was. Tier
Yeah,
of the
something.
forest. Awesome. Well, that kind of brings us back into where we're at now. So you guys are going to be traveling, or you traveled to Surefall Glade, and he made it through the Swamp of No Hope the first time through, at least, without too much trouble. You were just at the edge of the swamp, and you saw some giant leeches that you fought off briefly that weren't too much trouble. Um, if you've ever played Valheim and you know how bad the swamp is there, it's kind of like that. Just really not a fun place to be in. And so let me transition this to the screen.
I've got a question.
You always have questions. Let's hear it.
Where does Sean's character come into this?
That is the question. And so we will introduce them briefly, along with our other friend's character.
Yeah.
Can I say the name?
Let's wait because that's going to be a fun reveal. I'm dragging your characters onto the scene real quick.
It's not
Okay.
gonna be fun for anyone.
It's fun for everybody, especially his greeting.
I loved it.
Yep. Either John, I love it.
Oh yeah, I need to share my screen for you guys. That's right.
Wait, since our animals got high during the berry bowl, where were they?
They were having their own berry bowl.
Who won?
It was a tie. They actually were very congealable, or what is it, cordial together, and agreed to not fight because they're not horrific murder hobos like you guys. So, all right, so we got the stream going. All right, so let me find. Sorry, I made your character. Oh, it's Gary. That's yeah. All right, I was thinking about the last name.
Gary
Okay,
the bottle sniffer.
yeah, butt sniffer. All right, so you're gonna be here. You're gonna be here. He's not joining us today, so we'll kind of sideline him a little bit, and then we'll be here. Okay, so we have two new characters, and they are going to introduce themselves today. We have the first one is Gary Buttsniffer. And Gary Buttsniffer, why would you be in a ranger's fort all the way up in the wilds? You're still a member of the city of Maiden's Fall, but why would Gary Buttsniffer be all the way up in this ranger fort? Do you remember what
Cause
your what'd you say?
I try to find the best bot to sniff.
Finding the best butt to sniff, and you've gone all the way up here. Your special troll
Yep.
ritual. All right. And then we've got Hamilton's name here. So Hamilton the Gatherer plus some other profession that I can't remember. What would Hamilton be doing up here? A Porksea rogue, all the way up here in the BFE of Surefall Glade.
Just looking for the precious truffles.
The freshest truffles. That works. All right. And so you happened upon this troll friend over here, and you're both from the city. I forget, which district was Hamilton from? Did we figure that out yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll figure that out later along with Gary. I know Gary certainly hasn't picked one yet. But yeah, you guys are members of Paradise, I keep saying Paradise. You're members of Maiden's Fall, and so you're citizens just like everybody else that's on the team. And we'll figure out which of your home districts are your home later. But yeah, you guys were up here and you know noticed each other and took a liking to each other for various reasons. Maybe your butt sniffed just right. I don't know. But you guys see four visitors approaching with a large owlbear carrying or hauling a cart. So we'll just move
I have a
everybody up.
question.
Yes.
Could I get bear?
Sorry, do you what?
Can I get bear? I'll pay you all 3,000 gold that I have.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear. Oh, you said, can you buy the bear? Is that what you said?
No, can I get a bear?
Can you get a bear? Yeah, back at the city, you'll be able to get one for sure.
Pay
How
me,
much?
I'll tame you.
Well, the fun part is one of our guys here raises bears and tames them. So he would be the one to buy from.
Right.
But yeah, so you guys come up to the Rangers Fort. It's a fairly small little fort out at this point, though. It's the outlying reaches of the fort, one of their kind of way stations, as it were. And it is nightfall or very near close to it. So I'm going to go ahead and transition us to night from Jay. Hopefully this doesn't crash anybody's computers. And at this way station, it's fairly underpopulated. There was just one ranger here, named Jade. Yay, my roommate's less high, and he's gonna go get me some. Get some snacks, dude. No, that's nice.
How-
Snacks and like energy drinks. How about some combos and jerky? Awesome. Okay, so back to the game. So you guys come up to the fortress, and what do you guys do? I use the term fortress quite loosely.
I bang the door.
Bang on the door. Okay.
Can I fight them?
Since we're members of the same city, you actually cannot fight them unless it's an agreed upon duel.
Okay.
Okay, so
Ryan, I want
Nobleman.
to fight you again.
Yeah, so to explain what's going on, we had both siblings here have a fight earlier in which Betty Offwhite and Des Nee joined in on their sides to help them. And it was a brutal confrontation that I wish I had recorded because it was hilarious. It was one of the best player fights I've ever seen. Because of course siblings fight well and against each other, and so they're eagerly wishing to have another one at some point. So, all right, so the door is currently closed.
Who's that?
That is a ranger that is hearing the knocking, and she comes up to the top of the not fortress, sorry, of the scout tower of the outpost, and she says, "Who goes?"
I turn to her and yell, "Oi, you want these supplies or not?"
Oh, you're the expected deliverers. Quite an interesting cast of characters you have, I see. Well, by all means, please allow us to let you in. And she comes
Wait,
and
can
unlocks
we?
the door. Sorry, you're cutting out a little bit. It's hard to hear.
Can we use the voices for our characters now?
Oh, yes, for sure. The voices of your characters, yes. And so you guys manage to come in while Reaper is unloading the cart for you guys because he's not here. And yeah, I'll let you guys take it away as far as greeting each other and all that fun stuff. So have fun.
Hi guys, I push a bum bum.
Jesus Christ, look at that big green fucker. Poor mum.
Hey, you don't talk to me like that. I fight you.
I... Shell fella, you mind jumping in?
What?
You there, Chevy?
I'd like to just.
Die.
Are you able to move your character?
I just back away.
You just back away awkwardly.
Not quite trusting them yet.
Yep. Awkward turtle. Okay, so Shinbora, you kind of back up a little bit. And
Yeah, I
Dwayne.
kind of take it.
Oh, sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, I just take a step back into the shadows a little bit.
Yep, both rogues are being a little skittish of each other. I like it. I like it.
But yeah,
All right.
John, am I in the game yet?
Oh, duh. That's right. I forget. What's your character's name?
Jade.
Jade. That's right. Oh, that's hilarious. I actually pulled your guy out just randomly of all the list of characters. So yeah, you are in the game. Is it letting you control Jade?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So just for the funds of this, we're saying that you're filling in for one of the rangers here. Wait, we have three rogues, I think. We have Hamilton, Jade, and Sinbor. This is hilarious. What is a
Oh,
group of
man.
rogues called? Is it a murder like crows or it's
Hi
a
guys.
I've decided it. You know what a group of rogues is called?
What?
A trouble.
Oh, that's
There you
perfect.
go.
We have a trouble of rogues. I love it. All
My
right.
character just like face you through the phone and like lets out an exhausted sigh.
I love it. I love it. All right. So
Every-
Poe the bear is just chilling over here because he's a little bit too big to go in the fort. Reaper has finished unloading the materials after a lot of effort with nobody helping, looking a little bit jaded about it. No pun there, Jade. Sorry. And do we have Dwayne with us tonight? I'm trying to remember. I guess he didn't make it back from yesterday. That's right. Okay. I knew there was somebody that was missing. I just couldn't remember who it was. Um, wow, I'm actually blanking on his actual name. Oh yeah, duh. Let me see if he's going to be joining or not. I don't think he confirmed that.
Hey, are you three not gonna come in here? Are you just gonna leave me with a big green guy, a hobbit, and another rogue?
Hi guys. It's me. Hey. Hey guys, why didn't you come in here?
All right, so Dwayne kind of sheepishly comes in here a little bit, look around, and he sees Gary, and he's like, "Oh, hi, Gary. It's been a
Hi,
while.
how are you?
You don't need to sniff my butt. It smells the same, sir. Please, please don't."
Have you
Why
two
can I
met
lick it?
before?
Sorry, what was that?
I said, have you two met before?
Yeah, for some reason our connection's a little poor with the internet. You said something about something before?
Have you two met before?
Oh, yes. He's a interesting character back where we're from. We used to spar a lot, you see, and I got pretty good about jumping on top of him. I forgot, you're supposed to be large. Let me make your character appropriately sized. Now, when I say I mounted him, not like that, you people. I know what you're thinking.
I really shouldn't be thinking about stuff like that in real life. That's my little brother.
I know. But yeah, that's Dwayne is currently talking about the whole sparring with him, and
Hi guys.
let me
You're
go wipe it.
little.
Oh, little. And so let's
Yeah.
introduce our characters and our classes just a little bit out of character, just so we're all aware of who's playing what, and kind of get a little idea for whose voice goes to who. So we've got Gary Butt Sniffer, and you are a
Sniffer.
yep.
Got to get it right.
What is it?
Gary Bear What Sniffer.
Bear Butt Sniffer.
Yeah, that's his
Oh,
nickname.
his nickname's Bear Butt Sniffer. Okay, that's even worse. I love it. Okay, and so do you know what your class is and your background?
Barely.
Yep,
Wait,
barely.
what's
Good
my
fun.
class?
Sean, you fucking imbecile. Your class is a warrior.
Warrior. Yep, knew that.
Yep, first time we've had a warrior play in a while. And so big, strong, and nearly impossible to kill, and quite large, being a big, large character. And so, Jade, take it away.
Name's Jade. I hide in the shade. I'm a rogue. I'm pretty good with my blade.
I love it.
How long did it
Nice.
Took me like 5 minutes to think of.
It's
Been
perfect.
waiting.
He's been practicing because his other character does a lot of chants in our game on Saturdays, and so he likes to make them rhyme like I do. And so chanting on the fly is quite difficult for this guy, and he's getting good at it. All right, and so I forget your background. I think was you the thief background or
Yeah, thief. Stabbing addict.
yep. All right, and Udolman.
I'm Uli. I'm a ranger with the rancher background. And a skeleton.
Yep, and you're the one that he would want to talk to about buying a bear from. And so then we have Shinbor, who's outside. Do you want to come in and introduce yourself?
Um, yeah. Hmm.
Having trouble moving it?
Yeah.
I'll do it for you. All right. Yeah, sometimes it can be weird with doors. All righty. And
I'm
so,
Shinji Smith. I'm a rogue human.
and I forget what your background was. Tinker?
I was reincarnated.
Yes. You reincarnated into this world from outside.
Um, pretty much, my character was in the Vietnam War, got injured, lost a leg, lived a life, and then died 54, reincarnated into a 29-year-old body.
Yep. Still missing a leg, ironically. And here we are.
Yeah.
All right. And then we've got, certainly but not leastly, Hamilton. And
I
let's
am just
start.
a humble rogue taking a stab at apothecaryism, and I am a collector of exotic plants.
I love it. And good news, the party found some very deadly mushrooms that you might be able to help them use later for a good poison or two.
Oh, mycology is a great hobby of mine. Yes, that'd be great.
Beautiful. I love it.
We've also got some berries you might like.
Yes,
Yeah, I
hallucinogenic
heard about
berries.
some pretty trippy berries that y'all found.
Awesome
Yeah, I'm
sauce.
still missing out.
And so, need to find something that'll work. It's for laters. All right, so you guys are in the fortress, or not fortress, in the outpost, and it's noticeably chillier up here. It's not quite freezing temperatures, but it's probably for freedom units, it's probably in the 50s, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And what would that be? Probably like 5 degrees Celsius, 10 degrees, somewhere in there. I don't know. I'm bad at conversions. But yeah, and so definitely want to kind of stay warm. They have 4 beds available at the outpost, so someone's going to have to not sleep. Um, Thankfully, our skeleton friend does not need to sleep. Oh, I forgot to
Guys,
introduce you, did we?
I can't fit in the bed. It's too small.
It is. You used to sleep in outside fields, so we'll be okay here. Near fire, but not too close to
Okay.
fire. The fun thing for trolls, they can't regenerate if they've been hit by burning fire recently. And so, well, as opposed to non-burning fire, God, I can't talk today. If they get burned by fire on a previous turn, they do not get to regenerate. So he would have a little healthy respect to not get burned by fire.
Okay. My brother was there with me.
All right. And so, Udolman, I think we forgot to introduce your character. Is that right?
No, I think I did.
You did? Okay, yeah, so you're an undead skeleton. Very important to know that he's undead, so if you try to heal him, it hurts him. Um, and then Reaper here is secretly a morphling, and so that he can change his body into different shapes and stuff like that. And so they are an adventurer class, and so they're one of the only people to play adventurer. So, ironically, amongst everybody here, we technically have no full healer, no chanter, but we have plenty of people that can heal. Reaper can, Udolman can in 2 different ways. Um, and actually, yeah, that's it. That's the people that can heal. So make sure they stay alive. Um, but yeah,
Don't worry, I take the hit.
yeah, you like I heal self over time. All right, so let's do this and this.
Goldsmith was the BDSM.
Yeah, the ultimate BDSM version for sure. Oh, that's funny. Um, okay. And so you guys prepare for having a good night's rest. There's plenty of food available. Um, you do see a lone ranger over this way, and he's just kind of a little broody. He's dressed in all black armor, carries a great sword, has a mask on his face, and hasn't introduced himself. Hey, you forgot the snacks? How could you forget the snacks? We had a whole conversation about the snacks. I got a bunch of things. Okay, how much was it? Okay. Okay, thank you. At least I have caffeine. I'll just starve. Now I can go back and get some. Okay, go back and get some. Awesome. Yay for roommates. All right. So I'll let you guys mingle a little bit, and if you're done mingling, just let me know. If you have questions for each other or want to get to know each other a little bit.
I go over to the ranger in the black mask, trying to find common ground since two are both rangers.
Okay.
Who's that?
Got a name?
Oh, name's Ulduman.
Ultimate. He takes off his mask, and you see that he is a zombie, actually. A zombie as well, and says, huh, fancy. 2 undead rangers here. Must be fate. Not that I really care much about fate, but pleasure to make your acquaintance. You familiar with these parts?
Mostly. A bit more overgrown. It's been a while since I was actually out.
Yeah. City'll do that to you. It makes you soft. I haven't been back to the city in years. But fellow travelers like us have to do with what we got. So, you got anything to trade while you're up here? We always do like to make sure the place is provisioned well.
I've got some silk. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. I do fancy myself a little bit of a yarn spinner, if you get my drift. You can laugh, it's okay. Oh, that was the creepiest laugh ever. All right. And so, the joke did not land, and he's a little sad about it. But yeah, definitely mind your other folk to let them know not to heal me, please. We get that accident a lot around here. I try not to show my face because it kind of looks like a dried pruny nutsack, if you know what I mean. So hence the mask. And he goes and puts the mask back on. Sorry, what was that?
You look really ugly.
Yeah, we're ugly together, kid. We're ugly together. All right.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're the most beautifully ugly person I've seen. So for
Thank
people who
you.
for people who aren't aware, trolls pride themselves on being ugly. It is like their big thing. They want to become as ugly as possible, and that's a common goal of theirs, to stink and be as ugly as possible, so that people leave them alone.
I haven't took. I haven't seen water in 56 years.
You need water, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't bathed in 56 years. Okay, I get it. I
Hey,
love
I have
it.
a question.
All right.
Why season stance do water damage?
No, there's none of them that do water damage, but I see where you were going with
Okay.
that. You're like, I'm gonna clean them with my blades. All right. Um, all right, so the
I
Shadow
will.
Knight, or the Ranger rather, he introduces his name as Patera. He says he was a dark elf in his past life, and asks what you were in your past life.
Wait, ask me.
Yep.
I was a ranger that got fucked over by a witch and her 3 sons.
Ugh, can't stand witches, can't abide them. Always causing problems with good people. I had a bad run-in with the evil shaman, you see, and he tried to shrink my body after he offed me, but kind of messed up and turned me undead instead. And so I kind of got a little bit of a shrunk portions on some parts of my body. Not there. I know what you was thinking, you fellow dirty pervert. But yeah, like my little toes kind of extra shriveled up and a few other things. But for the most part, I'm pretty sturdy as a zombie undead. Makes good for out here. You don't got to worry about eating. My brain's a little on the not good side, so I don't get bored as much. And they kind of think I'm the perfect one to watch the station for that reason. I think they give me a little shit back where I'm from, but what can you do about it? So he says, now do be careful about them. They're frost giants. They normally live in Everfrost, but they've been coming across to the Surefall Glade a little bit more than I kind of prefer. Normally, we got some kind of agreement with them where they've been quite amenable to us doing our rangering around these parts. But the last few have actually been a bit hostile, if you see. We had one that killed Joe a while back, about fortnight ago, and ever since then we've been a little on edge.
Well, if you's were on edge, why didn't you set up some spikes or something that could slow down the giant fuckers? Or else what do
Well,
you got big green and ugly for?
that's what we got Big Green and Ugly for. We decided to hire a little muscle and a little stabbing.
Yeah.
The pig one over there is pretty good about finding truffles, and I'm just can't talk today. I'm sorry. Some additional medicinals and a few other things. He's fashioned some poisons for me recently. Got some good
For
numbing
fun or
poison.
healing?
Sorry, what was that?
For fun or for healing?
For fun or for healing. I love it. And so he,
His wealth is obvious.
I love
Wait,
it.
so does Gittle use Sean as like a truffle pig?
Yep.
I have a question.
Yes.
When am I getting that animal?
When are you getting what?
We will in a while, Sean. Jesus Christ, calm down.
So you're super eager. And so you guys start to have a good night. Patera says, I'll stand watch over here. And goes up here and just starts standing watch. And what are the rest of you guys doing?
I
damn.
stand on the opposite side.
Okay. The Rangers are doing
damn,
ranger
watch.
things.
Oh damn, watch! I can't go to sleep anyway.
Yeah, trolls actually like to sleep quite a bit. And so you'd probably be getting a little tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the chance to nod out as well. Cut a few Z's.
All right, so you're in the bed.
I
About-
see you. Bye bye.
How about our other rogue? Are you gonna go get some naps as well?
Hmm?
Sorry.
All
I
right.
have a bed by your computer.
All right. And so for the other two rogues, are you guys going to tuck in as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 rogues sleeping in the same area. It sounds like we're getting into trouble. See, I knew I'd get to make that pun at some point. I am not sorry.
3 rogues sleeping in bed sounds like the start of a shitty joke.
Yeah, it really does start to sound like a shitty joke. I love it. All right, and Reaper over here, he kind of makes sure no one sees him, runs outside, and turns into a log and is literally sleeping like a log. Because I had to make that pun. All right. And so time passes. It's been about 3 hours. I need the Shadow Knight, and I need you to give me a perception rolls. Okay. And so with your perception bonus, you do notice something. You hear deep footprint, or not footprint, deep stepping noises that are trying to be quiet, but they are coming from the direction you're currently facing. My skeletal
Oh.
friend.
Can I wake up?
Nope, you're still asleep for right now. I'll let you guys know when you guys wake up or when it gets closer to that time. Turtle friend over here sleeps in his shell. And Patera over here definitely notices and hears with a 6 that there are, for sure, 2 giants coming towards you guys from the west. And you spot 2 giants coming from the east. And they're definitely frost giants. They're carrying very large swords. They're very much unarmored. But they are quite massive. And so what do you two do, considering you're the only ones that have discovered this fact?
I enter summer stance and yell to wake everyone up.
Okay, I love it. So flames wreath your blades and your arrows as you assume the summer stance. Shadow Knight Patera also shouts out, "Oi, everybody! All up, all up! Got a lot
Alright,
incoming. We're going to avenge." He says, "We're going to avenge." What was the guy? Joe? Was that the guy that died? I can't remember now.
Yep.
Yeah, Joe. It looks like we're going to be avenging Joe, or someone's going to have to avenge us. One of the two. Take your stations.
Okay, let's go front.
You got front. All right. Do you go out of the fortress, or do you stay in the fortress?
I go out the fortress.
All right. You're like, I will take them on head on. All right, Ranger friend, Skeleton, where are you going?
On my back.
No, I stay up there and draw back my bow so I can get a quicker first hit.
Okay. All right. So for our trouble of rogues, what do you 3 do?
I'm
Onwards.
gonna.
Usually go for that with the thunder here.
Sean, let him make that decision. Shut up. Talk when it's your turn.
Yep.
I was just gonna grab my bow and reach in my pocket, see if I have that poison.
You do.
Okay, I'll go ahead and start rubbing one on in the tip of an arrow.
All right, you got it ready to apply. And do you apply it to your other friends' weapons too, or just yours?
I'll let them know.
Hmm.
I'll say, hey, I've got some good stuff to take something down if you want to use some.
Sure. I'll
I've
take a
got an
little
idea.
bit.
Oh God, I just had an idea of a trouble of rogues where they're all different profession backgrounds to help each other screw people over. That would be hilarious. Like one's a tinkerer to make grenades for everybody, one's the poison guy, one's the like hunter to carve up the animal parts and get the poison glands and other things. That would be
And
hilarious.
then there's the motherfucker that follows him around.
Yep. All right. And so we got plenty of poison to pass around. Do you guys partake of the poison on your weapons?
Of course.
Okay. Just remind me when we're doing damage, we're going to add 5 more poison damage on each of your hits.
All right.
And that's probably too much damage, but I don't care. It's fun. All right. Do you guys move or take any positions real quick? You've got about 10 seconds before these guys get here.
I'm gonna post up like around the corner from the door.
Okay.
Yeah, after tossing my poison to a friend, I'm gonna run up that closest ramparts that I was by.
Okay. And Patera says, worst case, I'll take the vanguard, but for now I would like to whittle them down with my bow if possible. And our other friend, who's the tankiest in the group besides our warrior, comes out, leaps over the fence, mind you, over that 20-foot tall barricade, and lands on the other side, and says, I'll do what I can to have a little fun jumping on some giants today. I've always fancied myself a giant slayer, now to see if I can actually live up to that dream. And your adventurer friend down here is still asleep as a log, because he is sawing logs in his sleep. And lastly,
Hello.
Chevy, what do you do?
I move over here. Oh,
Okay, being bold and brave, you go to hide over there, so roll a hide roll. All right, you succeed, as always. I don't think you've ever, no, you failed to hide once. I think one time you rolled a 1. Okay, so we've all got our positions. And so I'm going to roll for the enemies. Let's see how they do. And of course, all players go first. So, God, I suck at rolling. All right, so it's players and enemies. Oh, yeah, you don't have to roll for initiative, Jade. What we're going to do is we're just going to do a team up round. Since all the players are going to beat the tie and always roll better than the enemies. That's a new rule I need to go write down, but I've decided that players, if they tie with enemies, they automatically win the tie for initiative. And on top of that, if all of the enemies are going last, then it's automatically considered a team-up round. It's basically the idea is that you're getting the jump on the enemies, which makes sense. You guys have all made your preparations. And so I'll let you guys take it away. I'll move them a little closer. It is nighttime, and so it's a little harder to hit them right now. And so you're going to have -5 to your attack rolls due to it being dark. But they're really big targets, so honestly, I'm gonna ignore that rule for right now because it's hitting the broadside of the barn. You know where they're at. So, and
Alright,
so
I
So do we take this turn by turn, or
So-
who wants to go first?
yeah, on a team up round, you guys get to decide amongst yourselves. I give you like a minute to figure out who's doing what, and then you guys get to execute it all together. fairly simultaneously. And so,
I've got a sleep spell I can try to throw in one of those giants
yeah, for sure.
out here on the left.
Wait, was that fight me and Sean had canon? So do I still have the
Um,
stuff that I used?
yeah, you still have the stuff that you used. Oh, as far as like the items
Right,
you
well,
used?
yeah.
Yeah, no, you've still got your actual items are fine. You don't have to worry. Like it's canon that it happened, but you restocked your supplies. That was like a fight in the past.
Right. I have some berries I can use to try, like, squish them up and put them on the tips of my bows to make them hallucinate.
Yeah, you certainly could try.
Ryan, I have a
Yes, sir.
thing that hallucinates them,
You
but
have
I
a
only
what?
hallucinate one. If I go for one and you go for the other one.
Right,
Okay.
and what the three rogues do.
Hmm.
Uh,
I'm planning on running up and stabbing.
All right.
Yeah,
And so,
I'm going to try to sing a lullaby to placeholder McGee on the bottom over there on the left.
yep. Yeah, they're all named Placeholder McGee because I didn't get a name for the guy's character at the time. And so,
Yeah, that's my specified bottom.
all right. And so Dwayne says, I'm going to do my best to defend at the start and let them get in close. And so I'll be the distraction. And so he just takes the defensive stance. And let's see. Does he want to do that? Because we're going to have to wait for him to come towards us anyways. And you guys are wanting to stab. Um, yeah, he's just going to defend the first turn. And you see him take his glaive, like in a stance, like he's ready to start dodging, bobbing, and weaving, popping in and out of his shell a little bit with his head. All right. And so you go to cast your sleep spell. And so I have to try to resist with the giant. And he does barely resist your sleep spell with a roll of a 4. And so you still got one more daily use of that. So that is your action on that turn. Now you do still have your cunning charges if you want to do something else with that.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and seeing that he didn't immediately nod off, I'll go ahead and fire an arrow.
Okay, what shot you want to use? Do you have the road list pulled up?
Yeah, I'm going to go for just an aimed shot.
All right, going for accuracy. Let's roll it. Oh, did I teach you how to roll?
No.
Ah, that would be important. So on those buttons in the bottom left, if you left click on them, it'll pull up a macro window. Under the command box, you can click there and then type /R space D6 or 1D6. It'll look like this. Or not an I, but a 1. I kind of goofed up.
I'm like, get armor.
It'll look like this. Also, is anybody having an issue where their camera gets panned in when I talk on a creature? Or it moves their whole camera?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, you are? Is that on Chevy?
hmm
Okay, so to fix that, you'll have to go to your settings in the top right where it says game settings,
Okay.
and then you'll go to configure settings, and you'll see that one of the lists is called core settings. You click that and you scroll down halfway, and you'll see it says pan to token speaker. You want to turn that one off so that the time, like when people roll and stuff, it won't pan to your character. Were you able to find that?
Yep. Just turned it off.
Awesome. Okay. So with that
Yeah.
said, we can continue. Um, and so you try to put him to sleep, and then you shot an arrow. It's an accurate shot, even if it's a 2, that should still hit. Because you're very, very accurate with a +5, and then the +10 is a 15. Yay, snacks have arrived. All right. And so you do your physique damage plus 6 and the 5 poison damage. And so that's 15 damage to him. Okay. So that's... All right. So you do hurt him for quite a bit with 15 damage, and that is your cunning charge use to do that. And I got to roll to see if he becomes poisoned. And he is not poisoned. And so who's going next to execute their plans?
I'll go next.
Okay. So you go to shoot, or are you identifying some weaknesses? What are we doing?
I identify for weaknesses.
I roll for you, and you succeed. Um, like most creatures that are humanoids, the back of the neck is their absolute most vulnerable spot. And if you were to hit the back of the neck consistently, you would be critically hitting. So for anybody that can climb, that's definitely a good thing to consider. And if the back is facing you, you can take a -5 penalty to hit and try to shoot the back of the neck. And
Okay.
so,
Right.
and so
Ryan,
you
I have
share that with your party.
I
Ryan,
tell them
I
all
can.
the weaknesses on the back of the neck, and then I cover the tips of my arrows in the hallucinogenic berries and hit him with a snipe.
Okay. And it hits. Which one were you aiming for? The top or the bottom?
The top.
Oh, that's funny. It's sharing the hit points between all of them because they're the same character. Oh well, I'll just kind of keep track of it. Okay. After
I hear
Helmut,
you, my brethren.
am I eating your brethren or are you hearing your brethren?
I hear you.
No, you hear me. Yes, you hear the piggy. Hello, Emma. You've gone to bed grunting. I'm surprised it's picking her up from that far away. All right, so you just snipe so that. I'll just estimate it. 8. We're going to see if they start to hallucinate. It's going to be a really good roll. Nope, he's not hallucinating. He's a big creature. If you keep attacking him with the bow, he might start to hallucinate, but he's got a pretty good metabolism, so it's going to take more than that to get high. Emma, what
Alright.
is your deal?
Done.
I think she smells the snacks. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. All right, so that was your shot. You identified. Okay. And so our big ugly troll friend, handsomely ugly devil, what do you do? Emma, shh. I'll give you some combos if you shut up.
Why? Don't add a picture.
Here we go.
Right, John, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move forward. How many spaces can I move forward?
You can move 6 so you can easily get up to him.
And then I'm gonna turn them around.
Okay, so you're going to try to challenge them and make them face you? All right, so which one are you going to challenge?
The bottom one.
Okay. And he fails, so you do successfully challenge him. I'm going to put this on so we remember that. Now, it's going to be hard to turn them around right now because you've got 2 of them like right beside each other. And they're one size bigger than you, so you can't go under them. If they were 2 sizes bigger than you, you could. But you could start to turn them around if you were to move like this.
No. Can I use my double sword? And then hit them.
Okay. Do you want to do the one where it hits both of them, or do you want to do the one where it hits the one?
And hit both of them.
Both of them? Okay. So you're using Blade Snort. Okay.
Yep.
All right, and that'll hit.
Not critical though.
No crit, but still a good hit. Clear up the chat. Okay, and so that's going to do, I'm just going to put estimated again, so we're going to do 30.
Mm.
Okay, and so, yeah, so that works. Okay, and so that is your second attack, or your attack after making your chant action. And so you've got him taunted to you, so it looks like for sure one of them isn't going to be going after your allies. And the other one on the top, we're not sure where he's going yet. And awesome. And so now it is the three rogues. Excuse me, the two remaining rogues. Were you guys waiting for him to approach, or you want to do something before then?
I'm gonna wait.
Was I muted?
I think so.
I
We
can
can hear
hear
you
you.
now.
All right, good. I'll wait for them to get up closer.
Okay. All right, so the giants finally get to act. They immediately rush in. Thankfully, Shinbor, you're hidden and you aren't seen. And they immediately go for our turtle friend. They don't like fighting really small creatures, so they like to use precise strikes. Ooh, that's a critical hit. So here's a good thing to know. So if you're really worried about getting hit and you take a defensive stance, you do not get critically hit if you're critically hit. Like you still get hit, but it doesn't do the bonus damage. So that was the right call for him. And so instead of taking what would that have been? 30 damage, he only takes 15. All right. Goes for another precise strike. Oh my goodness, and twirls down. What are my lethality with my dice today? Okay. So he's at death's door. The other giant comes up, and he does have a little bit of reach with his sword, and so he goes to try to strike you from over here. It's 20 foot up, and he's 15 foot tall, so actually he would not be able to do that. You're too high for him. And so instead, you see him pull a rock out from the ground and goes to throw it at you, as giants are known for being really good throwers. He goes for a precise strike, and it hits you for 15 damage unless you do something to avoid it. Like barrel roll or something.
Yeah, I tried to do a barrel roll.
All right, so you roll that down and narrowly avoid getting hit by a huge boulder. And then it picks up another rock and goes to throw it all the way over here at you. Oh my god. Well, you were at death's door, my friends.
Can I not roll or something?
You could. You want a dog roll? Your barrel roll?
Yes.
Awesome. Good life choice. Saves your life. Literally. So a boulder that is going to crush your skull in and knock you pretty much surely to an early demise. You barely manage to roll backwards as it careens forward and almost clips you. And so you guys have used your reaction and one stamina. Just remember that. And so the other one has used his 2 attacks, so he's good. The one over here goes to kick you down, and so you're going to have to make a avoidance roll, an avoid roll, and you succeed. You don't get kicked down. The other one goes to grab you, and you succeed again at avoiding getting grabbed. You're just being a tanky, ugly troll. And so they both go to strike you. you're a bigger target, so they think that they can hit you with a less accurate attack. So one of them goes for a helm splitter, which ignores your armor, which can be really deadly for you because that means you're 10 defense lower.
It's not. You're
What'd you say?
nothing's happening.
Oh,
Nothing's happening.
oh, as far as
Oh,
the screen?
okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, no, I thought you did it.
Oh, that's a 1. So you managed to avoid narrowly getting your head chopped in with a big helm splitter attack. The other giant to the north does the same thing. Ooh, and a critical hit. Rough. And so that will unfortunately put you at death's door because these are extremely deadly creatures. And then
Can
one
I do
of
rock,
them,
paper, scissors with?
yep. So he cuts straight through your head, unfortunately, and you're in the process of dying, but you're not dead yet.
Can I use my thing?
You're what?
You know the thing that you used against Ryan?
The health potion? Or, oh, yeah, your charges to heal yourself. Yeah, you can use that on your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. And then one of the giants goes this direction, trying to get up to there. And the other one grabs you, and you can't avoid it, and throws you this way.
That's
And
actually
then
what I wanted, but okay. Thank you.
and starts coming up here. And that is the enemy's turn. So that was a cool round 1. Let's take it from the top. What do you guys decide to do?
I jump on the giant's head and they go over to get to Sean to heal him.
Okay. So you leap on the giant. Do you do anything while you're on top of him?
I stab it in the back of the neck.
All right. Roll that attack.
One call.
You doing dual strike?
Oh, you've got a roll for me.
Oh, that's right. You only had to remind me once so far. All right, a dual strike hits. Do you do a second dual strike?
If I do the second dual strike, will I be able to do the action to save Sean?
Oh, good point. Technically, you would have to do the heal first and then attack them. I will say Sean does have the ability to heal himself.
Right.
If that changes your
I go back
decision.
To the neck then.
Okay. And the second attack does not connect. So as you start to hit him, he starts rolling and trying to fling you off, and you almost fall off. And so your first one does hit, though, and that is 17 points of damage. So that's 32. So
How much health does he have?
a lot. So I just combined their health into one pool since it's going to be taking it away from everybody. So between the 4 of them, they have 1,000 health points.
Oof.
Okay.
But you guys got this. I'm pretty sure with this many rogues, it's not going to last long. So, all right. So you managed to do that, and do you stay on top of them, or do you hop back off?
I hop back off into the shadow and try hide.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth roll.
Do you have to
So
roll for me?
I remembered it this time though. All right, and so 2 plus your bonuses. Yep. And so you are successfully hidden, and they're not sure where you're at. Awesome.
Can I? Is it me?
Yep. Do you want to heal yourself?
Yeah.
All right. You pop on your warrior surge charges to heal yourself. Still in the fight. You know, this guy's still challenged by you, and he realizes you're back alive.
Can I use my? Wait, I still have 2 moves or the you one?
You still have 2 attacks. Yep.
Okay. Can I use my raw ability?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You want to use it on the other one?
Yeah, whichever one. I'll use it on the top one because that one's closer to me.
All right. Let's see if he succeeds or fails. And that is a success. So you roar at him, and he just roars right back at you, thinking that it's a challenge, but he's up to face the challenge. And so this one still has to fight you. This one might do other stuff. We're not sure. And so that's good that you guys did your turns. You do get to make one attack if you wish with your melee weapon.
I want to hit. Can I hit with my longbow in the neck?
It wouldn't be your longbow, but you could use one of your blade weapons.
Okay, yeah.
Do you go to do a whirlwind strike on him again to hit both?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, damn. Okay. You angry. You were like, how dare you hit me? And so that's going to do a lot of damage. I'm just going to estimate a little
How
bit.
much?
Did you hit 2 targets with an attack that does about 15 damage? So, yeah, you did about 60 damage. Did you hit 2 targets for a crit? Nice. Very much a troll too angry to die situation. I love it. And, okay. And so now everybody else's turns resolve as well. And so, Turtle Throne down here is looking pretty rough.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
How long is this for 1-4?
What was it?
He wants
Sorry.
to know how long the session is.
It's as long as we want it to go. It can go 2 hours, 4 hours, whatever people feels comfortable. If you have to go
If you
early,
wanna
that's
tap
totally
out
fine.
early, Sean, if you want to tap out early, I'm sure he'll let you run to retreat and roll to retreat.
Yeah. Or I could finish playing your character for you and then just play it out. Any way we want to do it. So, all right. So for our Trouble of Roads.
Yeah, because you have to play for me.
Yeah, do you have to get going?
Alright. See you guys.
All right, take care, bud.
Is it?
Yeah, I forgot
Sorry
he's got
about
to go to
that.
bed.
He's a lot younger. He can't stay as the rest of us. He gets tired too quickly.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Mm.
He was doing pretty good. How old is he?
He's 9, I think.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
he's 11. I was 2 years off.
Oh, wow. Some brother you are. All right. So,
Oh,
all right. So our sleeping log wakes up finally and kind of rushes in to see what's going on. And you guys, do you share about our nearly departed friend over here?
Mhm.
Okay. And so he climbs up here real quickly and he casts Drain Life to try to heal our turtle friend by hurting the enemy. And that's certainly a hit. And that's for, I think it's 15. Around there. It's a little higher maybe, but heals him up. And so he's able to take actions and still work on his turn. And he's going to do something fun for you guys. He does his super leap and does plunging strike, attempting to get on top of this giant right here. Oh no, he rolled a nat 1. He didn't quite land with the weapon, but he did land on top of the creature. And so he is on top of the creature, and he does the maneuver to try to control the creature to make it his mount. He tries to resist it, and it does resist it, unfortunately. And so he just goes for a precise attack on top of them. Hey, it's a crit, even though it's going to be a crit anyways. And so move him there so you guys can see. And so that's going to be 20 damage. All right, we're making progress on these guys. And now all 3 rogues, it is your turns. And
All
he moves back down because he doesn't want to be near that guy.
Hmm. It's looking pretty narrow up here. I'll have to see.
I want to do a jump off of the little rampart here and see if I can climb onto him through the air.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you jump up here, spend 1 stamina to climb on, and you leap off, and you succeed on it. I think. Let me roll for him. Oh yeah, you definitely succeed.
Okay, I'm gonna try to sheathe my dagger in his neck, in the back of his neck.
Nice. You going for backstab or flurry or?
I'll go backstab.
All right, roll it.
Sorry.
It's all good. All right, and that's a critical hit because you're hitting a weak spot. And so that does a whopping 40 damage to him with your first strike. Would you like to do another strike?
I will. Trying to count my stamina. I just have 1 left, so I think I will. When does they?
You recover at
refresh?
each turn. Yeah, at the start of each
Okay,
turn, you
sure.
recover half. So it should be 2.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and do another backstab.
All right, roll it. Brutal. All right, it's just going to be. All right. I did remember to do your poison damage. It took me a second to remember, but awesome. So 2 backstabs straight to the. I almost said jugular, but I guess it wouldn't be too far off to the jugular. So awesome.
If I did it hard enough, it'd be to the jugular.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Whose turn is
Yeah,
it?
I'll go ahead and do a backflip to try to give a little distance from him.
All right. So you disengage from him. Or do you land back on this side?
Outside in the dark.
Okay. So we'll put you over here. And so you are going to take a little fall damage. So probably 3 damage since you're falling from 15 feet.
That's fair.
Yep. I don't know if I put your health on here. You should have 24 hit points. And so you're at 25. Okay. And so other roads.
Is there any chance while the giants were distracted with those 2 that I could have flanked around one of them?
Yeah, certainly if you hide, especially.
Yeah. I'll do a hide roll and try to do that then.
Okay. That'll work.
I'll come around behind this one
Okay.
and I'll backstab him.
Go for it. Right to the Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
Oh no. So while he's trying to get this guy off him, he's shaking and moving and stomping around, so it's kind of hard for you to land your blows. So your first one misses, but you certainly have more.
All right.
There, that'll hit.
Alrighty.
20 more
15
damage.
plus 6.
And 25 damage. So
All right. And then plus the 5 from the poison.
yep. We're about to get these guys to half health pretty soon. This is going good for you guys, not for the Giants. Awesome. And so Shinbor.
Okay, I'd like to come up behind the top left one and try and climb up his back.
Okay. Oop, he knocks you off because he's in the process of trying to shake off the other guy. You can certainly try again. It'll speed up stamina point.
I would like to.
Okay, go for it. All right, you succeed this time. He doesn't manage to shake you off. You climb up to his back on the opposite side of our other friends. So you're on top of them now. You guys are attacking this poor guy from all angles. I love it.
I'd like to use backstab to try and cut open his cheek.
Okay. And that's a hit with a crit. So that is 40 more damage plus the 5. So 5, 7, 5. There we are. And with that, you end up killing this giant, or at least knocking him into death's door. He falls down, tumbling down with all of you guys on top of him. I gotta remember I can't use those, and they just do it on everybody. All right, so he's in the process of dying, and you still have plenty of attacks left. Do you want to try to execute him? Or it'll be non-lethal?
I'd like to. Right, we're on the ground at this point.
Yeah, like he's kneeling down, and you guys are about 5 foot off the ground.
Okay, I'd like to use an extra stamina point to sprint over to this one and try climbing him as well.
Okay. And so you could probably move without. Yeah, actually, you would need another stamina point to get there. So yeah, you're right. And so you climb up this guy, and you succeed. And you have enough movement to get up top of him.
I'd like to backstab him on his cheek and try and cut it open.
Awesome. Let's do it. Okay. So that's a plus, or he has -5 from not being able to see you. And then with your bonuses, that should hit. And so you do manage to hit him for 40 more damage. And this guy is bloody now.
Do you
He's
think
below
it
half
would've
health.
been able- Do you think it would have been able to cut it open?
Not all the way, but you did get a good gash going there. You
I'd
cut it
like
down from his
to
cheek
take-
all the way down to his neck.
I'd like to take the mushrooms that we got last time, because I'm the one who collected them, and I'd
Uh-huh.
like to shove them down his throat to the best of my ability.
I love it. So you take a handful of those mushrooms from earlier, and you're like, I wanted to save these for a rainy day, but it sure is pouring today, so might as well use it. And you shove them in there. You shove about like 10 mushrooms in there, and we'll consider that an attack action. And he's flailing about, and let's see if. Yep, he is affected by the mushrooms, and
Okay.
he is poisoned.
The way you described it yesterday was that it boosts your mana, but it kills you after 30 seconds.
Yep. For an average sized person, that's really true. So we'll see if that still applies to a large person or a giant person. Giant. Awesome. And you stay on top of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So I believe everybody's gone now except our big friend. Oh wait, no, you did go, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Okay. And so I forgot that you ended up over there. All right, so now the giants take their turns for round 2. A lot has happened since their last turn. But this one is at death's door. This one's below half health. And these two are still above half health. This one is challenged by you, and so it goes to strike you with precise strike. And that does hit for 10 hit points of damage. Or more than 10, but you only had 8. So you're back down to death's door. And here's the rough thing. He decides to try to finish you off. And he hits you. He's not here to see this, so it's going to be dramatic. Are you ready for me to roll for your brother's death? Are you there, Ryan?
He's on mute.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was on mute.
All good.
Sean's in the other room. Do you want me to get him?
No, I just wanted to see what the reaction's going to be first, and then your cackling laughter if I roll a 1. Here's the roll. Oh, that was close. And so technically, with the rules as written, I think he actually might have died there because he's already been down once in the encounter. But that was the first time he rolled a death save, so actually he's okay. The other giant decides to climb up and over and starts going for the food preserves. And that is his turn. The other giant here attempts to shake off our road friend and does not succeed on the first attempt. Tries a second time and definitely succeeds, so you go flying into the fort. And then he sees the other rogue down here and goes to strike you with a precise strike. Small little critter you. And that's 10 plus 2 plus some other bonuses, so that should hit for 15 damage. And so that puts you at 6. Yeah. And then goes to strike. Well, I think the only one he'd be able to hit is still you again, so he tries another precise strike. And barely hits you again, and you're at death's door. And his massive sword striking you through. My pig just tried to eat my fingers. That kind of hurt. She thinks I'm giving her food, but I'm not. These are not piggy food, these are fingers. Alright. And so you're in a rough spot, but you're still hanging in there. That is its turn. It turns around to Jade and goes to grab Jade. And so, Jade, if you want to roll to see if you can avoid,
Yeah.
you avoid splendiferously. It catches nothing but
Nice.
shadows. And because it's two sides, it's larger than you, it goes to stand. Well, it can't stand there because its friend's there. It stays where it's at. And that is the giant's turns. Now it's up to players.
Woo.
Right. Who's going first?
I'll go ahead and go first.
Well, Butt Sniffer is going to heal himself up to 8 with his second? Yeah, his second charge.
You okay, Mom? Right. I go over to Bud Sniffer, and for my action, I heal him up just a bit more.
Okay. Are you using the ranger heal or are you using the big heal?
I'm using my ranger heal. I don't want to poison him.
Well, you won't poison him with the other one, but it would take a round for it to take effect. So you go to heal with the ranger heal, which is still plenty of healing. I think it was 27. So that actually will heal him to full anyways. Or it was at least 23 or 25. So he's healed to full with your ranger heal. Nature cell. And then you do have the ability to, what's the word I'm looking for here? To go make a melee strike on the other one if you wish.
To a melee strike.
Yep.
Give me a second. I'm just checking my melee attacks.
It's all good.
Can I do a power cleave to the back of his neck?
If you can climb up him, you can.
Yeah, I attempt to climb up him to do a power cleave to the back of his neck.
Okay. And he fails to prevent it. You climb right up to him. Now, power cleave is usually more for hitting multiple opponents at once. Your other stuff usually is better for a single target.
Oh, well then I'll use a precise strike.
Okay. I would also advise that it's very easy for you to hit them here. So it might even be better idea to use something like Flurry or a Dual Strike, because they're both very likely to hit.
Right.
Your call, though.
I'll do a dual strike.
A Dual Strike. All right, that's a vicious strike to the back, and it still hits even with a roll of a 2. Because you're getting +5 on the hit, and you already have +10. Yeah, +10, so that's 15. All right, and that's going to be a critical hit. For 17 times 2 is 34, so it's at 501. We're literally halfway through the fight. And this one is almost in the process of dying. He is very low. And so do you use the second dual strike?
But yeah.
Oh, wait, no, you only got the one. That's right, that's right. I forgot. That was from your heal ability. All right. And so what do the rogues do?
So which giants are at death's door?
This one right here.
And the one near me is about half health, you said?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and take a healing potion as a cunning action.
Okay.
And I will try to run up his back
All
and
right.
try what worked before. Try a backstab again.
All right. You managed to climb straight back up. He's trying to grab you on the way, and he just can't reach you on his back. His biceps are too big. He can't, reach back there like a gym bro. And 4 hits for
Right.
another 40 points of damage plus 5. Awesome. So you just see your rogue drink a potion, get back up like freaking Popeye the Sailor, rushes over, climbs up this guy, and goes for that first big stab right in there, jiggling the dagger a little bit. And you also do some bonus damage from having a dagger. You get 6 bonus damage, but that's doubled because it was a crit. That's 12 more damage.
And I'm on the back of his neck. How big of a leap would it be to try to go back on that rampart inside the fence?
You can easily make that jump.
Okay, I'm going to try to make that jump.
All right. Oops.
Do I need to roll for that, or is it assumed to go?
No, you can easily make it with just a normal movement jump. It just costs 1 stamina to jump that far.
All right.
Now, I will say one option you might not have considered is you can do a disengaging strike. What is it called? I can't even remember my own abilities. Evasion strike, so you can attack him and then do that. If you wish.
Okay, yeah, I was missing that. Yes, I would have done evasive strike. Yes.
So sure, let's roll it. And he hits, so that's another 25 damage, I believe. Awesome. And so this guy's looking really rough. He's getting very low on hit points now, or health points. All right, so there's your 2 attacks. You landed safely back on the safer side of the fence. And how about our other 2 rogue friends?
I think I'll do a blade dance.
Ooh, fun. Okay,
Take
so
out
you go
both of
to
them.
yeah, you go to strike the first guy who's at death's door, and he is dead. Wait, no, sorry. He actually comes back at 1 health point. My bad. Never mind, because you critically hit him. And so he's actually dead. When you critically hit a creature, if that brings them to death's door, or if they're already at death's door, a critical hit instantly slays them, if you wish. If you're trying to be non-lethal, it just knocks them unconscious, or at least doesn't kill them.
Yeah, I'm killing the dude.
All right, he did. I'll go ahead and just remove him so we know he's gone. And you do critical hit damage to the other one. And remind me, blade dance damage, is it 6 plus your physique?
Yeah, it's physique plus 6 weapon damage.
All right, so that's 10 plus you get the poison. Or 20, rather. Okay, you're whittling these guys down for sure. This other guy is just barely hanging in there. And so a good execute would probably finish him off. If you got a crit
Might
on
as
it.
well.
You're going to try to climb up him and execute?
Yep.
Awesome. These poor guys, they're just getting climbed over by rogues like you're a bunch of fleas. Fleas that have daggers that bite them in the back of the neck. All right, so you succeed, you climb up him.
Over here, I'm struggling.
Yeah. 2. All right, that'll still hit. All right,
No
so
crit,
that's...
but it's alright.
No, it's his crit because weak spot. You climbed up and hit the nape of the neck. So you take your daggers, you stab them both in, and you just kind of start raking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you hear a bone-wrenching crunch as you break through its spinal column and manage to sever its spine as it falls to the ground, instantly dead.
Damn.
Brutal. And you take falling damage. No, I'm kidding. You wrote it down all the way. All right. He, however, did not go, and so he's going to effortlessly leap back over here and do a power leap onto the guy that's trying to steal all your food provisions that you lovingly brought over here for the campsite. And he does a plunging strike. And it hits finally. And so I gotta do the math. So it's triple his jump, so that's 6 feet up, fell 3 feet. So right onto the nape of the neck. So that's a critical hit. And he's going to do a lot of damage. Let me do math. Physique, so it's 4 plus, this is a giant creature, so he gets a lot of bonuses from his glaive. I believe it's 3 times his body stats, so that's 9 extra damage. Plus the 4 is 13, plus he fell 3 distance, that's 9 more. So 19 damage from that attack times 2. I'm just going to round it to 20 to make the math easier. So that's going to be 40 damage. All right, that's his first strike. And then the big part that's going to be really fun, he then does another giant leap straight up off of the giant's neck to go 6 feet up and do another plunging strike on this guy. So he just leaps up and stabs, and then leaps up and stabs. And this is going to do a lot of damage if it hits. And it hits. All right, so, I got to do math here. So, 6 distance times 3 plus 4 plus 8 is 30 damage on a hit times 2 is 60. Ouch. So this guy is very much near death's door. In fact, actually, no, he's still not quite there. So that's going to be 75. All right, we've got basically 1 giant's worth of health left between the 2 of them. So they're both at half health, roughly. And so that is his turn to jump on this guy's neck. And yeah, he's used enough stamina. He doesn't want to use any more, or else he'll be exhausted. So, okay. Is that everybody now, I think, for players?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this giant attempts to shake off our turtle friends and barely does not succeed. Tries one more time to shake off this bastard and does succeed. And so he goes flying over here, lands on the staircase, And he's quite pissed at this guy, so he goes in for a precise strike for his third stamina point, misses in his anger and frustration, um, and he starts to rage like a barbarian and goes in for another strike and crits. Because the dice are telling a story today, knocking Dwayne the Rock Turtleson down to 0 hit points. And luckily, the critting and knocking down to 0 hit points does not apply to players. It doesn't instantly kill players, because that would be such a horrible rule. Considering you guys have a lot less health. But yeah, and so that is this giant's turn. He is quite not happy with this turtle. The other giant over here tries to shake you off as well, and barely manages not to. Does it again, manages not to. Does it again, and finally knocks you off, spending 3 whole stamina to do so. And you land down here. And then he goes to strike you with a precise strike for 15 damage if it hits. And it does hit for 15 damage. You're down to 13 hit points. And he has 2 stamina left because he's a big boy with a lot of stamina like a warrior. And he goes for 1 more precise strike trying to knock you into death's door. And sadly, it hits.
I roll.
And you dodge roll out of it. Okay, perfect. I love it. Good move, good move. And then he goes forwards.
Wait, I'm in summer stance, so shouldn't he have taken damage for the first hit he did to me?
He did. And so put that 6 damage on here. All right. And then he goes to kick this guy over. And he resists being kicked over. And that is the Giants' turn. Now it's back to players. I have a feeling these Giants are not going to live through this.
Right. Does the giant still have his back facing me?
Not facing
I
you.
can't tell because of the picture.
Yeah, no, he's facing this direction towards your turtle friend.
Right.
Your
I
torch
snipe
friend.
his eye.
All right, you go for a snipey. And it's a hit. For 4 plus 9 is 13 damage. Alrighty, that's your first attack.
So my second attack, I will just snipe his eye again.
Alright. And that's another hit. Alrighty. Doing some good damage there. And he's still hanging in, but excuse me, sorry, beef jerky, Stacy. You wish to stay right there, or are you moving a little further away?
I will move a little further away into the shadows.
Okay. You want to try to hide?
Yeah.
Like you did last time? Okay, cool. So roll for hide. You succeed meticulously. You are invisible in the branches of that tree. Okay. And so Turtle Friend is going to lay into this guy with some dual strikes. With a crit. And an almost crit. And so that's some good damage to him. He's looking really rough now. He's definitely below half health now. Partial crit was like 34. Yeah. Okay, really. Another one, so that's gonna be 200. 83. Yeah. Okay. So both of them are below half health. This one's really low. We've got a friend that's dying and a friend that's low health but okay. And so, what do the other players do?
So I'm going to take aim at the guy above the giant by the fire,
Okay.
and I will do an aimed shot.
right, and that will still hit, even though it's a 2. And you got that coated in poison as well, so that's another 5 damage on top of the 10. And so 15 damage with an aim shot is very efficient and very cool. All right, let's see here. God, I cannot do basic subtraction today. This is horrible. There we go, 6, 8. All right, and he is almost dead, almost at death's door. One more shot would probably get him there.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do a headshot.
Going for the lethal. Okay. And even though it's an inaccurate attack, I believe that still hits, but let me double check. I would say his back was turned to you as well, so it's a +5 to hit. And then you have a +5 from your technique. And then, so that's a 10. And there's no other bonuses. So yeah, the 10 will just barely hit him because they have 10 armor. And you slay this guy. You throw that headshot right there, it hits him right in the back of the skull, and he just crumples to the ground. Boom. Woohoo! Yeah. All right, you still have your second attack and plenty of other actions you can do.
I'll go ahead and, for my last attack, just fire an arrow at the last remaining giant. Aim shot.
All right. Oh, it was almost a crit. Okay. And that will certainly hit. Were you aiming for the weak spot of the neck for a -5 to hit with your aim shot?
Oh yeah, I meant to ask if he was facing away from me or not. If he was facing away, then aim shot will be aimed at the nape of the neck.
Sure.
If he wasn't, then eyeball.
Gotcha. Yep, definitely hits the back of the neck for another crit. And so that is 20 plus 5 damage.
And I'll just drop down into the shadows and lick my wounds for a little bit.
All right, so you go down to hide. Maybe down here where you can't see you. All right, that works. And our adventurer friend rushes up, being the group's medic pretty much at this point, and uses one of his last morale points to heal Dwayne up to full. Getting that adventurer versatility in. So Dwayne is not dead. Yay, the rock lives another day. All right. And then we have a Chevy and a other rogue name that I'm blanking. Jade.
I'm pretty much just gonna run over here. There's a dash thing, right?
Yep. Yeah, as a free action, you can dash once per turn to double your movement.
I'll do that.
As long as you spend a stamina point, but yeah. And so you dash all the way over to here.
Yep.
Okay. You open the door, and there's a juicy backside waiting for you.
Gotta stab it.
All right.
Only Sean was.
I know. And that hits
Nice, nice.
for 20 and then 5 damage.
Wait, what does the spring stance do?
It allows you to move away from an enemy without them getting a free stab at you.
Right.
But good if you get caught in melee range.
And changing stances costs an action, right?
No, it's free, but you can only do it once per turn. Which I need to specify that on the ranger document probably. All right, do you use a second stabby?
Yeah.
Go for it. And that's a crit stabby.
Ooh.
There's 40 more damage. This guy is reeling. And then you got your dagger out, so that's 2 times your body is bonus damage. So I gotta do math here. All right, so that's 8 bonus damage, plus 20 from backstab, plus 5 from poison, times 2 is a whopping 66 damage.
Nice.
And it is down to 52 hit points. Oh, you want to potentially execute this mofo? With
Yeah.
because I think you have plenty of your rogue charges left, your cunning charges. Go for it.
Yeah.
If you get a crit, I'm gonna laugh. I'm jinxing it. You're getting a crit. Bet you get a crit. Damn it. Almost. All right, so that's 20.
Jinx.
I did. So execute is 20 damage if they're below half health, I believe.
Mhm.
It's 28 hit points left. And from the top of the cage to steal the thunder, because I think everybody else is gone now, right? Oh, wait, no. We still have our other rogue. Is Chevy going to get the kill shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay, so you sprint to get over there.
I'm gonna try and jumping climb onto the wall and jump on his back.
All right. So that's one more stamina. So you spent 2 stamina to do that. You do not succeed climbing on him, though. He throws you to the ground. You fall right here. You take just a little bit of falling damage, maybe like 3, nothing too bad.
Okay. And am I close enough to attack him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'd like to use execute.
All right, roll that attack. May the crits forever be in your favor. Not a crit again. My jinxes are turning into 2s today. All right, but that does hit, and with your poison, plus your dagger bonus, plus your execute, it doesn't matter if you crit. You finish this guy off. How do you do it?
Stabbing at the back of his knee.
I love it. So you go, you stab at the back of its knee, its head falls down as its knees crumble, and then you go, you leap up, and you strike it in the back of the neck with your finishing blow of awesomeness, just like before, cutting through the bone of the spinal cord, and it cracks, and it falls down, and it is dead. You guys have survived the night of the giants. But unfortunately, you don't have any information about them because you murdered them all. Unless you wanted to retcon that and non-lethal that giant. Up to you.
I think I killed it.
You killed it? Alright. So, uh, the ranger, Patera, who I forgot about and did not participate in the fight, because I was already controlling enough characters, we'll imagine he helped the fight too. And he comes over and says like, well, the city certainly got what they paid for hiring you folk. Can't believe 4 giants at once. And did you see the one rampage in the pantry? There's something odd about these giants too. Give me a perception roll, so a roll of your mind um, plus a dice roll, and let's see if you notice something.
Can I not just use my ability?
You can.
The perception roll doesn't work. I'll use my ability on him.
Sorry about that. I was getting a drink, and it works. For giants, these guys are pretty emaciated. They look hungry. They look like they have not had a good meal in a while. They seem desperate now that you're thinking back about their behavior. Something is making it hard for them to get food. And what that something is, we don't know.
Who wants to bet it's the dragon?
It could be. I'm over here like, spoilers? Gosh. So,
We're gonna get to the dragon, and it's just like the start of the Raid Shadow Legends thing, where they all get killed like straight away.
now it is. Don't give me ideas. Don't give me ideas. You can ask Jade. You give me ideas, they become reality.
Yup, they sure do.
And
All
here I
right.
am still waiting on the orcs.
Right. Okay. So what do you guys do with the 4 deceased giants?
Cook 'em.
Loot those bodies.
Giant jerky.
That does sound delicious. If a little bit cannibalistic because it's a humanoid, but you know, you do you. And I imagine Troll Friend
It's
over
like
here
this
has no
character
morals.
doesn't need to eat.
Yeah.
Oh no, he sniffs ass for a living. I don't think he cares about eating people.
Oh, he doesn't. He's already chomping into these things raw. He's like, can't let good meat go to waste. It'll help with my complexion problems. It'll make them worse, you see.
I'm gonna look for pockets.
They certainly do have pockets. They have prison pockets too, but thankfully they don't use them. And
Well,
so,
that's what Greg's eating now.
yeah, pretty much. Oh God, this troll's like a honey badger. They go butt first. That's horrible. Oh, that's foul. I love that I thought of that. Um, oh, that's so good. All right.
Fits with the name too.
It really does. It really does.
It,
All right. Sorry, what were you
to
saying?
live with that as a nightmare.
Yeah,
I have to live with that. It is a
I
true nightmare.
know. It is. Some people say their siblings are horrible creatures that are subhuman. You have proof.
I have more than proof.
You have trauma. All right. We'll go ahead and I imagine you guys manage to rest and get healed up. Pull
Poor
everybody
Lumen
up.
taking his first nap in ages.
Yeah, literally. It's like, I can't sleep, but I sure as hell can rest. And so you guys use your heal spells that you have to heal up to full, and then you use the rest of the rest time to recover your morale points. Um, and what was I going to say after that? Yes, the loot you guys find. So on one giant, you find a weird glassy orb. You find it's very cold to the touch. You find some diamonds actually that are worth 8,000 gold.
Ooh.
Yep, and they're ice diamonds. They're very unusual. And that seemed to be the leader of the giants that had those on it. You check the other giants, and they don't have anything of particular great value, but that ice orb has piqued your curiosity a bit.
Can I analyze it with my ability?
Your ability doesn't work on objects, just on,
Oh, damn it.
yeah, like on natural things, like nature stuff, it would, but for something that's magical like this, it wouldn't. But you could always try to examine it with a research roll and see if you can figure out what it does.
I examine it with a research roll.
You are 100% sure this thing shoots fire. Spoilers,
Wait,
it does
did I
not
get
shoot
that
fire.
one or something?
You got a net one.
My excuse for fucking up so bad is I don't have eyes.
No, fair. Does anybody else wish to examine it and see if they can figure it out?
I'll take a crack at it.
You concur, it shoots fire.
No, he thinks it shoots pigs.
Oh no, it shoots pigs. Runaway pig.
I'll give it a shot.
All right.
Swear to fucking god, if you roll on that one.
It almost stood on my screen. That's funny.
Hey,
And that's enough to roll. All right. So with the 5, you discover that this thing has some magic about it of transmission. It has some transmission magic, which usually means it can communicate with something. And you kind of think a little bit about, who would this talk to? And about that moment, a gigantic serpent-looking eyeball with that vertical slit appears in the orb. And it says,
It's a
in
dragon.
a very regal report, or a very regal sounding voice, it says, "Report."
you might want to notify their next of kin.
Who? Who are you? And how do you have this orb?
Ulduman jumps in, we kick ass and takes names.
What befell my troops?
Us.
And a person who likes to eat
Yes.
Sorry, I was chewing on something.
Yeah,
and it went
don't tell the
through
next of kin that part.
Yeah, we don't tell them that part. God. So, it is war then? Is this your declaration?
Hey, they
We
attacked
asked
us.
for aid, and we fell upon deaf ears. We demanded aid, and yet none came. You have not honored your bargain. Your city's word is as useless as you lot. There will be repercussions. And the eye flicks out, and the orb falls silent.
My character's jaw over exaggeratedly drops, but since he's a skeleton, nothing's connected to it.
It just literally falls.
I instinctively kick it to the side.
Okay.
I instinctively stab it after he does that.
Ooh, fun. Roll and resist roll.
You gotta roll for me. Fuck me.
And we need everybody that was around here looking at the orb to roll. So we'll need Pig Boy to roll too. All right, you're okay. The other 2 of you are frozen solid.
Uh,
How did they get frozen?
The orb, you
I
stabbed
would
it.
just like to apologize for my whole part in that.
Thankfully, you're near fire, and after about 30 minutes, you thaw out. Thankfully, somehow I'm not dead.
oof. Lesson learned, I'm not gonna stab random eyeballs.
Yep. Glassy, icy orbs, man. Glassy, icy orbs. All right, so you guys have survived the night. It was a long fought battle. You guys earned your rest. You sleep well. And then. It
I
is
was
daytime.
talking to Sean a minute ago when I was mute, and he says, if it's not too much trouble, just to have his character vanish.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll have you
Just happens
guys.
to-
So I don't kill him again.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. So, he's gonna stay back and watch the cart here while you guys take the other cart, since you've had 2 carts with you, and you guys ferry the rest of the goods all the way over to the glade, to the main fortress, which is about 30 times larger than this. And we're gonna do that part off screen because I totally don't have a map prepared. And you've completed your mission. When you get back to town, you'll receive your payment of your, what was it again? How many credits each? It was quite a bit.
I don't know. Are we splitting the other miscellaneous pieces of loot we found?
Probably. It's up to you guys.
I vote split.
I
All
vote
right.
split.
Hopefully people have been keeping track of the loot because I sure as hell ain't. I know we got a 10,000 diamond ruby, or diamond rather.
Stuff like that.
Alrighty. So, you guys make it back from the glade. You've reported what happened here, and the master of the glade seemed very concerned about that. They have had aggressive campaigns with the giants in over 40 years. They signed a treaty to each kind of mind their own business in their own areas, and it was a non-aggression pact, and it looks like it's been broken. But they're really confused when they said that no aid had been sent because that wasn't part of their agreement. And, to the best of their knowledge, no one had been informed at Surefall Glade of the need that the giants had for food. So certainly something's been lost in communication. Or there's treachery afoot. Or treachery abutt, as it might be.
Of course, us four just broke a non-aggression treaty.
That sounds about right.
I'm on a
We
team
just
with
started a
three
war.
fucking.
No,
I
you're just
mean, it's only
warning.
hearsay. They didn't see any evidence of the deaths.
Yeah.
I told them that my brother was eating one of the people's asses. They have enough evidence.
Oh, this is true. This is true. All right, so we're gonna probably head back down towards town. Does it sound about right?
Wait, we should go get the treasure. We still have the map, don't we?
We do. Were you guys wanting to head back to the city first, or go straight to the treasure trove, so you don't have to double back?
I'm down for treasure.
Same.
Mhm.
I'm
Treasure.
down for treasure.
Okay. So to off-screen some people, some of the people are a little tired from everything, and they are going to go take the cart back and then reconvene with you guys when you get back from getting the treasure. And so we're going to off-screen 3 people, so I don't have to play 3 characters constantly. All right. And so these 3 take the cart and go back, and you 4 continue onwards towards treasure. Control copy. And let me get the next map set up. This would be a good time for a little 10-minute break if people want. Is that a good idea, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll see you guys back in about 10 minutes.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Mhm.
All right, let me switch over to scene.
Wait, what was that roll for?
Oh, that was just to get the bad ones out of the way.
Oh, right. Funny, we went from having a diverse team yesterday to having 3 rogues and a skeleton.
Seems like a pretty balanced party.
Yeah. And yesterday, when I was making my character, I was thinking of going for a rogue because
Oh, that's great. I always felt like an all rogue party would be kind of fun. Kind of like an all bard party, but more stabby.
less horny memes.
True.
More theft. And just be Romania Simulator at that point.
Oh, great, I'd be skeleton tape. No, I'll get like some butt pads. I'll get a BBL.
BBL Skelly.
Yeah,
We're waiting on Chevy to get back, I think.
Okay.
BBL Skelly has put an image in my head.
This is where I get to ask the cool kids what a BBL is.
Brazilian butt lift.
Ah, there we are.
Botox implant.
Gotcha. I don't know how I've gone my whole life without hearing that phrase. I'm usually up on the kids' lingo. With all that bussin' and on fleek and
Start salt.
I love saying on fleek because most people like are young enough to not even remember when that was a thing. Oh, here's a fun one. So for our young friend here, what does planking mean?
What is what?
Planking.
Oh, that's. Oh, fuck. I know what it is. I just can't describe it. I'm a retard when it comes to words.
Planking is when you plank, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you lie down like a plant.
Okay, so you do know what it is. That's good. You've been raised well.
I have uncles.
This is true.
I was shown it by my uncles.
You have to use the way back machine in the Internet Archives.
One of my uncles is actually the reason I'm into stuff like this.
That's cool. Leave it to uncles to corrupt the youth well.
Yeah.
You back, Chevy?
Yeah.
Cool. That makes all of us. So I'm giving my pig one more donut, and we're good to go. All right, so you guys make it back to the uh, forest. When you find the same location you were at, you follow the map, and it leads into a river cave. And that's where we find ourselves. Now to see if we can find the mother lode.
Alright, should we split into a group and like 2 of us go left and the other 2 go right?
We can try it out.
I love splitting the party.
Sounds good.
All right, who's going what direction? We have one person that can heal.
Alright, I will go wherever I'm told.
I think the 2 healers should go off alone.
Oh,
The
technically,
healer should just go home.
says the one healer. I just realized we sent our adventurer healer back home. All right. We rolling for it to see which rogue gets the healer?
Myself.
I'll call
Yeah,
dibs
well-
on the healer.
That works. All right, so you guys are going south.
I will go with the person who sounds like budget most critical.
I love it. Good old Charlie. All right, so Jade, are you going the other direction then? I think you might be muted. I was saying, are you going to go the other direction then with Chevy?
My bad. My stuff was cutting out really bad. What's
Okay.
happening?
We're splitting up into 2 groups because that's always a smart and cool idea. And one group's going this
You
way.
could
one
come
group's
with
going
me
that
and the
way.
healer and leave Shinbor all on his own.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'd be fine with
Am I back?
This is a plot to a Scooby-Doo episode if I've ever seen one.
Really is. I mean,
Yeah, I
what?
can have it myself. You can get them.
Let's be real.
I'll
The Scooby-Doo
go-
crew would totally all be rogues.
Most likely.
No, I think Velma would be a wizard that has like a total of 1 HP and dies before they can cast any spell.
Probably.
Alright, my Wi-Fi is starting to get a bit spotty, so if I ever cut out or anything, my bad.
It's okay. Are you able to hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all fine.
Okay.
I think it's over now. It was just like a minute patch of bad Wi-Fi.
Gotcha. Awesome. And so we've got our group split up. I'll let you guys decide how you want to go forwards. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Right, we can either A, walk along the path like lame people, or B, jump into the river and see where that takes us.
The river is flowing extremely quickly.
Can I use an attack out of combat to jump?
You can, or you can just, jump.
I suppose so, but I feel like using my attack with my daggers where I launch myself forward would be quicker to get me out of the water. That's just the equivalent to a normal jump.
Yeah, it's just the equivalent of jumping.
Alright. I suppose we should walk down the path. I know I'm the only one with a healer, but I know I'm the only healer, but I should just try to be careful.
Okay. So go ahead and words and things.
I would like to know if there's any sounds or anything like that coming from down this pathway that we're following.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. You're welcome to make a perception roll to see if you notice anything particular, since you're trying real hard to listen in. And yes, there are subtle, very quiet sounds. There is a weird sound of wind moving from this direction. There is subtle chirping noises coming from this direction, if you can see where I'm pinging. And there is the sound of bats coming from this direction. Like you hear the fluttering of their wings, the little small screeches that they make.
And we're going in like fully expecting there to be treasure somewhere along the way. So I'm going to also double check that I don't see any traps that are obvious.
Yep, there are no obvious traps. It seems to be a natural made cave.
Okay. I say we go towards the bird chirping. I mean, once the worst that happens, we get attacked by a dragon or a hydra or some shit.
1 second, let me go pull up a Hydra
Sounds
image.
sounds good to me.
All right. Okay.
The final boss of this campaign is secretly like Chris Hansen looking for Sean.
Sean, would you like to explain what the name Butt Sniffer means, please? Sean, why are you looking shy? Sorry, I had to clean up some stuff from the last time people were here. Okay, so you guys come down this direction, and just barely in the distance, you make out the silhouettes of something moving over here. Something that's really hard to see. It's almost like your eyes are playing tricks on you.
I say we head down the other direction quickly to see if there's anything there.
It looks like my character might have view of something right here. How do I ping?
Sorry, what's up?
How do I ping an area?
Oh, you hold down left click. Ow!
So I think I see something right here.
You do. You see very far away a very, very large frog.
Kiss it.
It's a big frog.
I'd like to relay that to the person right next to me.
For the road friend, there is frog. At, what would that be? 5 o'clock, we have a frog.
Big frog means big flies.
This is true.
Oh no.
Or big frog eat many little flies. You never know.
And also other
True
frogs.
that.
And anything that can fit in his mouth because it's a frog. All right. So you go down to check the other cave?
So do you want?
Yeah.
So do you want to like hug the wall more, try and stay out of the water?
Probably a good life choice. And so, while they're down here doing this, you guys go ahead and give me a stealth roll to see if you're moving stealthily or if you are clonking and popping. All right, so far everybody passes their stealth roll. You've all got +3s, or at least, if not more. But you know, whole party full of rogues and whatnot. And Ranger's also sneaky. And so, everything checks out so far. It doesn't sound like anything stirred you. The noises are the same. And the sound coming from here, it's definitely of some type of animal. And so go ahead and give me a nature check, you two. To see if... Oh, yeah. So, to the untrained ear, it sounds like a pair of lovebirds. To the trained ear, it's a pair of owlbears.
Sorry, how do they sound the same?
They're adorably cute, chirpy
I'm very
voices.
dumb.
See, that's how they get 90% of rangers in the beginning.
Yep.
I think it's little cute baby birds down the way. I think we'll be fine.
They're small, like a polar bear.
Hey,
So Poe, as a reminder, is a bear, not an owlbear. So Poe is not a good indication of how strong owlbears are. Owlbears can be quite ferocious.
I say we fight them anyways.
They do like shiny things.
Oh,
We got
wait,
this
I'm a
stuff.
walking shiny thing.
You are a walking shiny thing. Shine bright like a diamond. Oh, my pig's sad. We're out of donuts. Sorry, piggy.
I understood the reference, by the way.
So do you call to your other two friends to come down here, or are you guys going to face them by yourselves?
I think
I'm
we're
gonna-
gonna be fine by ourselves. But actually,
No, the force will be fine. It's
call
just two
other
little
friends.
birds.
Yeah, it's just that's what I'm thinking. It's just two cute little birds. It'll be okay.
Look, trust me, this is how to get 90% rangers. The old bird bear trick.
This is why most
Basically
long.
two owl bears. I'm like violently shaking him.
I love it. This is why most rangers never make it to level 2.
God damn it, they got my brother Jeremiah this way. He thought it was a penguin. It was a fucking dragon.
It's a my type of season for a penguin, isn't it?
You know,
We
let's
didn't
try
have
that
time
other
for it.
the other hallway instead.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, your eyes almost seem to play tricks on you, as it's almost as if the darkness is moving a little bit.
So there's wavy lines in an oasis because of the heat. Why would there be wavy lines in a cave, do you think?
Maybe it's a hot cave. There's a joke there. I'm not going to make it.
Yes, I'm very sexually attracted to caves.
The hot
That's why I've
caves.
been hanging back. Like, kiss the walls.
Yeah.
I mean, where there's a hole, there's a way.
Indeed.
Or where there's a hole, there's a goal.
Where there's a hole, there's a dwarf in it. All right.
Tech Knight.
All right. So do you guys let them know about everything coming in, or
Yeah, I
uh,
think I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
our
tell them.
teammates know.
was that a Tech Knight voice reference, by the way?
Yes.
I caught that. That was good. Good job. Yeah, I commend you. All right. So
Thanks.
you alert them that we found some owl bears down below, and they might be guarding something useful. And as brave as we are, we're also not stupid. And so you convince the rest of your group, or attempt
And
to.
also the mirage in the other hallway might be it seems weird.
I see a
Hmm.
big frog.
I say we send the one-legged one through it.
All right. I'll move you guys down there and save you a little time. Do 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 do. So just for funsies, I know you're going to pass it anyways, but roll that stealth check.
You have to roll a stealth check for me.
Yeah, everybody's good. I just assumed. I rolled that for you. We'll just ignore that roll. The party passed anyways, so. Okay. So you guys managed to creep in. Who's going to take a look first?
Hmm.
I'll go
I
ahead and
haven't.
hug the wall and see if I can peek around.
Okay. You see an owlbear butt. It's the butt of an owlbear for sure.
It's a nice feathery furry butt over there. So
Can I shoot an arrow like straight up it for an insta kill?
It wouldn't insta kill, but it would go right up Main Street.
Okay, what do you think our first attack should be?
well, I have a frag grenade.
How the... Wait, no, that might set off the other ones, like PTSD.
Good point.
Hmm.
You just get a 1,000-yard stare from Shindor.
He's like looking off to the wall.
Shrapnel grenade. Sorry.
I've got to start like shaking you to snap you out of it. But even then, you're just looking through my skull.
You just come to and you just see a skull looking at you. That's not going to be dramatic or anything.
Like, he's been traveling around with me for ages now. He's gonna be used to the skeleton.
Yeah. All right. So Shinbor, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna enter the area.
Okay. Mhm. All right. You're going
Am
to
I
try to get.
able to see them?
You should be able to now.
Okay, yeah, I see one.
Yep.
I'd like to use Fury with my throwing dagger or throwing knives
So barrage.
aimed at its right leg.
Okay. And Jay, do you want to move up to see him too, or?
Yep.
Oh wait, but we're not attacking it.
So you guys can all try to strike at once.
That's what I was about to say. If we all sort of time this, we can probably come close to doing some damage to one of them, or to the one.
Right.
Hmm.
I enter
Would
my
I?
summer stance,
Okay.
so I can do. Wait, no. If we're all attacking at the same time, I'll enter my Autumn stance, so I can do more damage.
Yep. So you can
All
kill
right.
it if it gets low. Okay. So it looks like we're all ready to get going. So let's all declare what attacks we're doing.
Sure. I'm going to start with an aim shot right for the good spot.
All right. Right at the cloaca.
Yes.
All right.
Hang on, I'm checking my attacks now.
That'll definitely hit. I will say if this changes your option of abilities, you do have +5 to hit from being hidden, and also +5 to hit because you're behind them. So any attack you use will be very accurate if that changes what you want to do.
I will do a snipe.
Okay.
All barrage.
Barrage. And I believe the other person said they're going to barrage too. I forget who that was. But yeah, make your rolls, then I'll add up all the damage because it's going to hurt.
Oh, I also want to pass around the poison.
Oh, yeah, so we got poison going too. My poor, poor owlbears. Oh. All right, so everybody has poisoned their
I wanna
weapons. My God. These owlbears had a family. They were a family. Now they're a widow.
We'll come.
So a crit, a hit,
We'll
and a
come for the
miss.
family next.
All right, so that's Jade's gone, Shinmore's gone, Skittle's gone. I need to go for you for your snipe. All right, so we're all getting a free attack in before the fight starts. And I'm no mathematician, but I think we just all did 100 damage, but we'll see. All right, so Jade hit, hit, hit. So that is 7 times 3 is 21. So I'm going to just put these together. So we have 21 from there. Shinbor, hit, hit, miss. That one's a crit, so that's another 21. Plus Skittle hit with what was your attack again? For Skittle, what was the attack you used? You might be muted.
I used aim.
For aim shot, okay. And so that's another 10, 11, 10. Plus. Who am I forgetting? J, we was Skittle, we was Shinbor. Oh, duh. You use Snipe. And so that's another 9, so 13. So I gotta do some math. That's 51, 64. So we did 64 damage to Mama Owlbear.
And then plus the poison.
This is a lot of poison because you did a lot of multi-hits. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Guess how many hit points she has? 1.
How many?
1.
Ooh.
I think I did my math right. You can double check me, but poor Mama Owlbear.
Oh, I should have done the fire stance. We could have finished it.
Nope, because it doesn't add more damage. She's just if they're weak to it. So,
That was just one attack, right? So we can still do a headshot.
oh yeah, for sure. All right, so that was your guys' attack, which started the fight off. Now they were alerted to you guys, so they're going to roll initiative. And we're all going to roll initiative. Unless they roll terribly. Hey, they didn't roll terribly. They rolled 7. Okay. So Skittles going last. How did Skittle roll twice? Did someone
Did I?
else
Oh,
select?
that was no. I didn't think that it actually hit because it said something about macro 19. We'll go with the 1.
Okay, that'll work. I was confused. I thought
And
someone
we'll
else
go
somehow
with
rolled
me.
for you. Yep. 5. So yeah, it'll go pretty fast. So it looks like it's going to be. I hate rolling initiative. Let's see their game master. Vote for you. So that's going to be. Bowman. Then Jade rolled a total of 6. So you're after Albers. Sorry, what was your roll, Shinbor?
Oh, just got to.
I thought it would go before Albers. Dolan, Shinbor, Albert, Hamilton, and Jade. Okay, so that's our turn order. So you guys get to jump on him still. 2 of you are ready for your follow-up attack. So Udolman and Shinbor.
Right, I'm gonna finish off the one on 1 HP with a snipe.
Okay. You're in autumn stance still. So basically, as long as you hit and I don't roll a 1 for you, ah ha ha! I rolled a 1 for you. I'm bad at this. You want me to roll again for your second snipe that you're inevitably going to be using?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say if I roll double 1s, that's just hilarious. All right, so you kill and steal the life force of Mama Owlbear, and she is dead for realsies. And so Papa Owlbear, who was nuzzling her because she was in the process of hatching her babies, screeches out
Don't
in
try and make me feel
rage,
bad.
a paternal rage, as he jumps over her corpse and charges to see you guys. And that's your turn. And so, Shinbor, what do you do with Papa Owlbear being very aggressive?
Um, I'd like to close the distance.
Okay. You want to get in melee range?
Yeah, it won't let me move my character.
I got you. So you suicidally run into melee range.
Okay. I'd like to try and get more to its side, actually.
Okay. So you sprint to get to right here. So that's 1 stamina of
And
your
I tried,
5.
huh?
I was saying that's 1 stamina of your 5 stamina, so you still have 4, so you're doing good.
Okay. I'd like to use backstab on its side, right in between its two legs.
Okay. And so I would say you could technically probably squeeze the side of it to get to the actual back, so you can backstab it. So okay, yeah, and it was looking forwards, rushing towards you guys as this happens. So it does have a backside back here, and so you rush behind it and you go for a backstab. Get a +5 to hit plus the roll, and it's a critical backstab for 14 plus 5 damage. Ouch! This poor owlbear. This poor owlbear had a family. And so it's now already down to 55 hit points from your first stab.
Do I know
I
how much
definitely
it's
would.
good at?
Or actually, it would be 55 points, but I forgot. It's raging. And as a raging owlbear, it has damage resistance because it's like a berserker. So that technically did 25 damage. We'll just round it to that. So 75. And what was your question?
What's the keyword? Oh,
never
sorry.
mind. Never mind.
Oh, are you sure?
Like to I'd like to do the same action again in the same spot.
All right, another backstab. Roll it. No, it knows you're there this time, and it turns right as you go for that same spot. And it's not a dumb bird; it's actually a very fierce, smart predator, and it avoids your blow. It wiggles his butt. All right.
So it turned towards me though.
Yep. Now it is definitely facing towards you, because it is very much aware that you
Okay.
are the threat.
I'd like to end my turn.
Okay. All right. So everybody else is gone for the people that were going. And now Owlbear's turn. It goes to try to maul you with a very overpowering strike. Oh my, you are in fact at death's door. And that was a very hard hitting attack. And a crit. It was very unlikely to hit you without the crit. Actually, I don't think it could have. So you are at death's door, having stabbed the owlbear and enraged it. And it goes to try to kill you. It goes for a precise strike. And it hits. So you need to roll me a death saving throw. Don't roll a 1. Ooh, okay, you're good. I don't like killing players, but it almost happens. All right, and that is the owlbear's turn. It's a tap twice, and it doesn't want to move. It wants to kill its prey. And you guys have seen it is definitely trying to kill its prey. What do you guys do?
Stab it.
Right. I run up the field and heal him.
Okay.
Are we going in order or?
It can be either one for Jade Hamilton. Oh, yeah, you're
Mm.
going a little early there. My bad.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. Good catch on that one. I totally would have just like not noticed.
All right, I'll go in for a stab.
All right.
Would this count as a backstab, by the way?
Oh yeah, this thing fully wants to kill the thing that it just knocked unconscious or knocked into death's door.
Got it. Ah,
Guess what though? You're hiding, so you have advantage on your backstabs because you're a level 2 rogue, and that very much mattered.
Very nice.
From a miss to a crit. All right, that is 45 damage. So that's going to reduce that to, we're just going to round it to 25.
all right.
Yeah,
I'll go for it again.
Don't forget to put you some damage.
Yeah, I had got in. Ow, cat. All right. And you're no longer hidden, so technically it was only the first roll because now it knows you're there. It felt it with its butt.
Sure.
And so that's another 20 points of damage. So that's going to be 10 points of damage to it. So it's getting real low now. And you do still have
What's
your cunning
my
charges.
leaping distance?
It should be 3.
Okay.
If that one wasn't a backstab, could I make that a feint attack?
Well, that was a backstab, and it's still facing towards this direction. And so you do still have a third attack if you want to blow a cunning charge. And Hamilton also can do what you wish as well.
I'll use one of my class charges for sure then.
Okay, go for it. The triple backstabbing rope maneuver. Well, unfortunately. It was a good round, though. You did quite a bit of damage to it.
Yeah.
I was really thinking it was going to be funny if you two tried fighting two owlbears by yourself. I was like, oh, they're going to get humbled. All right, do you go to move back?
Yeah.
Okay. It does feel you retreating, turns around, and tries to... Well, actually, no, because it's facing one direction. It doesn't see you do that. Never mind. So, yep, you managed to get away just fine.
Okay, and I'm too far to leap strike, right?
You can move forward and leap strike.
Okay, I'll move forward and do a leap strike of
Which one?
3.
Yep. Roll an attack. You jump in with your rapier or your dagger. Dagger would probably be better. Oh no, but luckily you were hidden. That's better. And that does connect and hit. And so that's going to be 9 plus physique, I believe. She went 3 squares. So that would be 6 damage when she rounded down. So 2, 4. It's hanging in there. It's trying. You're going for an
He's
execute.
looking pretty low, right?
Oh, yeah. He's at 24 hit points. Oh, I forgot to make it show where it shows for you guys, didn't I? Yeah, for everyone. There we go. Be very low.
Ooh.
If this were the club, he'd be dropping it really low.
Well, then I will go ahead and do a feint attack.
All right.
I mean, evasive attack. I keep reading evasive as eviscerate in my head, and it's just
Eviscerate.
not right.
All right.
An evasive strike to disengage.
Okay. We'll roll that attack. Oh, it's a 1. And so you flub the attack, but you still manage to leap away.
Okay, and for a cunning action, would I be able to throw my last healing potion to my friend, or are they is
Uh,
Shinbone
you would
wicked
have
enough to do
to.
that?
You could throw it, and they could try catching it and drinking it on their turn.
Yeah, I'll throw it and see if it lands close enough without shattering.
Yeah. And Shinborn, do you already have a potion or no?
No.
Okay. So the potion comes flying through the air. Give me a roll. We'll just see if you catch it. No, no. It's you go for it and you're just too injured, and it smashes against the wall beside you. Unfortunately, not getting to you in time. But thankfully, it's now Udolman's turn.
I run up to him and heal him.
All right, I need to actually do the math on this because I keep forgetting it. It's going to be 6 plus 30, so 36 halved is 18. So you heal for 18 currently. All right, and you are back up to being fairly healthy and hale.
And one question,
Okay.
right quick, about cunning actions. Those are for the whole battle. It stacks up, right?
Yeah, you have 5 of it. You get 1 back per minute, so out of combat you get them back pretty quickly.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I marked that for myself.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, cunning charges are so powerful. They're so useful. All right, so you've healed. Do you wish to attack with your blade next?
I will dual strike it.
Dual strike. And it's a crit. How do you do it?
Wait, what was that?
How do you do it? You killed it.
Oh, nice.
I like to imagine that's it. They stab and then say, "Oh, nice," as it dies.
You just take your blades out and you slide. Okay, I got a cool thing for you. You slide under it, cutting its throat open as you appear on the other side, and it falls to the ground. Daddy Owlbear. You know it's Daddy Owlbear because you were all backstabbing it in the ball sack earlier. So poor Daddy
I
Owlbear.
get up and start cheering like a schoolgirl.
Yeah. And you hear small, slight chirping sounds coming from over here. Really, really tiny chirping sounds.
Wait, you said earlier on I was in like the process of giving birth, that we can have to fight to feed like the babies.
No, it was hatching its babies. It had already given birth a long time ago.
Oh,
Sounds
And
like we
being a
have to
ranger,
build a
you know,
line.
owlbears are an endangered species.
I want to try to pet one.
I'll just hide the ones for now. All right, so you
can
go.
we take the eggs?
They're all hatching. So there's just a bunch of bear owlets. And so you go to pet one. And so give me a friendship roll.
It's gonna bite him and he's gonna
Oh,
throw his
no.
dragonade at it.
Hey, friendship is magic. So you have a +3 to your friendship, I think. No, you're a rogue. That's right. Yeah, no, it bites the shit out of you. You take 1 health point of damage to the finger.
I
And
bet
it
they
looks
say
quite
Andrew.
hungry. Okay.
I do they did it.
Oh yes, you did. They did it. And so as you go to pet it, it looks quite furious, and it goes to chomp at you. And who do you say that did it?
The ranger. Sorry.
Udolvin. This bird. He goes to pet it. He pulls his hand back real quick, and it jumps up and it bites you. But it bites your bony finger, and it's not enjoying it because it has no meat, and so it lets go
Can I
almost
roll to
instantly.
kick it?
Sure. Okay, it tries to avoid your kick, and it fails. You hear a squawk as you kick it up against the wall over here.
It's like that scene in Baldur's Gate 3 when you throw like
Yes.
a 6 against a squirrel.
Yeah, and you just yeet that dude with your foot. Oh, that's perfect. All right, so the owlbear is looking a little stunned, but is still alive. Maybe it has learned its lesson that you were the alpha owlbear, the new mama, and the other babies start eating their mother.
Oh, that's fucked.
That's
Also from Baldur's Gate. Are you guys hearing my cat?
nah.
No, but
No,
earlier
he's
on
being
I did
super
hear
shy.
your pig.
Yeah, it's so funny. So pig language apparently is close enough to human language that it won't noise cancel it, because it thinks that it's like human talking. But cats and other animals apparently like meows get canceled out. It's just so weird that it does that.
Hmm.
My cat's like talking up a storm too, and wish you could hear him. He has things to say, and is not happy you can't hear him. Oh, Bonnie, you're being so goofy. All right, so yeah, so the owlbears are feasting on Mama Owlbear. They're recently hatched. They're still imprinting on things, and as a rancher, you are well aware that this is an opportune moment to get an owlbear cub or two to consider you as dada.
Wait, how would I do that?
You would have to start feeding them and doing things to nurture them, keeping them safe, keeping them with you all the time, all those kind of things to make an animal think that you are father.
How small are the owl bears?
Very small. They're about the size of a cat right now.
A cat, right? I pick up 2 of them and stick them in my backpack along with some of the meat of them on.
Okay. So you carve up some of Mama and put some owlbear steaks in there. All right, and you hear them nibbling away in your backpack. Does anybody else try to get them an owlbear? I know somebody else was a rancher too, I think, right? Or no, that was the other guy who's not here. Yeah, but he couldn't make it today.
Is there anything like helpful about owlbear skins or anything?
They have interesting pelts, because it's like a feathered cloak if you make a pelt out of it. That might sell for a good penny. Again, they are quite rare creatures to find in the wild in this world. So they're not really endangered. I was just joking about that. They're just really rare to find.
Hmm.
They definitely could
I'll
skin you up an
take one
owlbear
into
pelt.
town and sell it live.
Okay, so you take another one. And so there were about 5 owlbearlets. And so
I
we've
have
got,
2.
you got
Someone else
2.
has 1, so there's 2 left.
I will. Is the one that was punted against the wall still over there? I'm hoping it's submissive enough now.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
it's over there. It's sitting there, and its eyes look a little cross now.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it some of its mother's meat.
Okay.
Should I wait? Can I
It,
take the one I made retarded?
nope,
Yes.
nope. It's already imprinting on our good friend, our pig friend, who was
Oh
being
god
nice to it.
damn it!
Yep. So is this going to be a campaign where this owlbear grows up to be called Derpy and is like going to save the day at some point? Is that going to be a thing?
It goes to like run into a dragon, but accidentally like hits a tree and falls into the river.
Yep. That sounds about right.
Gosh darn it! I'm gonna do everything that I can to make sure that my mentally challenged owl baby has every advancement it can get.
I love it. You're going to even
It
get it a
was
college
it,
fund into a wall. You punted that
I
some
didn't think it
bitch.
turned it. I didn't think it turned him retarded.
Oh yeah, I mean when you throw babies up against walls, man, that's what I've heard at least. No experience
I
doing
choked on that.
that.
Oh yeah, I guess important question, is the treasure in here?
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
treasure was the owl babies, wasn't it?
that's part of it. There's also 3 little chests that appear to be in different states of broken into. This one appears to have discarded meats and stuff, things that probably used to be edible at one point that the owlbears munched on, and a bunch of bones and stuff in there, like steak bones. This one has quite a bit of gold, in fact, enough that it would be difficult to carry out with on your person, but you might be able to lug it back to your cart. And
Can I
this
stick
one,
some of it in my eye holes to make it bearable to carry?
no. Just because the idea of you, the idea, of you using your eye holes as storage compartments terrifies me on a very spiritual level that I didn't know existed until now. So I'm just going to nix that one as the god of this world.
Like, it's like I'm a skeleton. I don't have eyes. I gotta use something for my skull. It's like well, I'm buying from someone and like the coins get stuck on my head, so I have to lean forward and like slap the back of my skull to get them out.
Oh God. Ah, that's perfect.
I would like to try and get one of the owl bears to imprint on me.
Okay. So you come up and get your owlbear as well. And Jade, do you also adopt an owlbear like everybody else?
Why not?
Awesome. You get your owlbear. So we have just now, we need to come up with a team name that has something to do with owlbears. Or like parent slayers. How about the home wreckers?
Yeah.
Our mascot is gonna be that cross-eyed motherfucker, like just the
Yes.
moment of impact against the wall.
Yes. I've got the perfect
Well,
name for him. If you'll allow me, can I christen your owlbear? Can we name them Wally?
sure. I like Wally. I was gonna go Lenny, but Wally's better.
He hit the wall. It's Wally. Oh my God. I'm calling it. Wally's going to have a critical success killing a dragon at some point, accidentally. It's going to happen. It's got to happen now. It's been foretold. Awesome. So we have baby owlbears that we must love, cherish, and protect, and feed copious amounts of meats to. And
Oh yes, I was protecting that little baby a lot earlier.
yeah.
Everyone
Oh.
needs to
Um,
slow kids finish first.
Okay, so at least we have a rancher who totally knows what he's doing when he kicks owlbears against walls. That'll teach him. That'll make him submit. all the others saw that and they didn't want to get kicked, and look how nice they are.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so this was not the treasure you were seeking, but it is the treasure you found. There may yet be more treasures amongst the way. Oh,
That
also
equals
there
the
was
things along the way.
yeah, right. The owlbears we get along the way. So there were 2 health potions, 2 mana potions, and a potion of liquid courage, which gives you morale return.
Wait, did I lose morale for punting that bear and
Oh
making it
yeah,
disabled?
oh yeah. I would think so. I'd hope so if you have a conscience.
I don't think I did.
I
My
don't
character
think
does
I
stuff
do
like that
either.
for a living.
I think the rest of the party are really concerned about your ranching methods, but otherwise, nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
I ordered an animal off this person at ranch, and I walked in and seen him running a slave plantation with spiders.
Spiders. That's funny. He was trying to tame a spider on the last session. It was great. But it was a very predatory, not not very jovial creature who would not be tameable, unfortunately.
If I ever tame something that's classified as predatory, I'm calling it Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
And
Well,
second name was going to be Epstein.
oh god.
Oh God.
I mean, you have 2 owlbears now. Is one going to be Jeffrey and the other Epstein?
You know what? Yeah.
We got it figured out. All right, so let's all name our owlbears. So we got Jeffrey, Epstein, Wally.
Hmm.
And I will say, until their balls drop and when they become adults, it's kind of hard to tell the males from the females. You know, cloacas and all that.
I'm going to have a woman called Jeffrey, god damn it.
I'm gonna call mine Beans.
Beans, I love it. Last but not
Can
least,
of beans unfed.
Shinbor, what are we calling your beautiful baby bird? Bear.
What would be the corresponding thing for like charisma?
Um, would be spirit.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a typical Bob.
Good old Bob. All right.
Why did you ask that thing about charisma?
Huh?
Why'd you ask that question about charisma if you were going to name it Bob?
Because Bob's your uncle.
I only had 2 spirit.
Oh, right.
That works. All right, so we can mosey on out of here. We got
Wait,
who picked up the potions?
Since I turned Wally retarded, is it going to be stunted in growth?
Oh no, it's gonna be a big motherfucker. It's just not gonna be that smart. He's gonna be fighting all the bullies and everything else.
It
Hmm.
was like it
So,
was the strongest of the pack, and now it's just disabled.
Yep.
so real quick,
Uh-huh.
I would like to just say, I think that the 2 health potions in that crate, one should go to the person whose health potion broke, and the other should go to the baby owl that was kicked against the wall.
Oh
Agreed.
no, it's fucked. It's not coming back from that. No.
No, a crate of health potions couldn't save this poor boy. And
I'll
remember,
make sure he gets it.
Wally's just
He will
differently
get
abled. He's not
the rest of
disabled.
his life.
I'm sure that'll give him a benefit against being frightened or something someday. Because he's just not going to know what being scared is all about.
Wally's
Awesome.
gonna
Okay.
figure out how to breathe one of these days. I'm calling it.
So speaking of that, you hear whispers coming towards you guys as those shadows that were moving earlier are starting to shift around you.
Oh shit. Where's Team Rocket when you
Right? And you guys get ambushed as the shadows from the shadows appear. and surround you. All right.
It's the ghosts of the animals I told you.
Pretty much. And so,
Jeez, what kind of rancher are you?
an effective kind. All right.
I'm
And so,
why are they
Udalman,
all facing me?
because they're going for you first. All right. So they decide to use haunt against you. So you're going to need to make 4 separate endure rolls to see if you can endure being haunted by these spectral creatures. As my pig shrieks at you in terror.
I'm so
Does it pick up when she's shrieking?
yes.
That's so weird. Why does it not noise cancel that, but it'll noise cancel my cat's meows?
Wait, who has Wally?
Hamilton has Wally. Here.
Hamilton, if I die, take Jeffrey and Epstein.
Sorry, what did you say?
If I die, take Jeffrey and Epstein.
Oh, if you die, take Jeffrey next to you. I got it. I love it. Okay, so you're gonna. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm like, why aren't you making your rolls? And I'm like, because it's me. All right, you fail 1 and lose 1 morale. You fail 2 and lose 2 morale. You fail 3 and lose 3 morale. And I think that's all the morale you have. And you succeeded against 1. How many morale points do you have?
Am I insane?
You are demoralized.
Oh, where's the rest of the dice? I'm pausing them.
Oh no. And so as you become demoralized, one of these spirits goes into your body. And you are now an enemy controlled by one of the spirits. And we're going to start the fight
My
now.
body.
Exactly. Even though you're a skeleton, you aren't possessible. And so you have been possessed by one of the spirits. And I will roll for the shadows. And they rolled first. Ooh,
Oh
spicy.
boy.
All right, everybody else roll. Finally, something's doing morale damage to people. I've never possessed a character until now. Okay, looks like Ghost's going first.
Has to be me. I'm the first of many things.
The Shades go first. Okay. So, Udolman, you go to attack Jade with Dual Strike.
Oh shit.
It's a crit. Oh no.
Oh.
Jade, do you barrel roll away?
Can I do the they did it reaction?
You absolutely could.
I'll do that and make him hit the other shade.
Okay, so he critically hits the Shade, which falls to pieces. Good use of that reaction.
Oof.
You basically dive in front of the Shade and then duck away from it, and the blades go through. And it fades. These are not particularly durable creatures. Udolman then goes to strike you a second time. All right, and that, I believe, does hit you. Let me do the math. So it's 10 plus 3 is 13. So I think you have 12 armor. Is that right? 12 defense?
Yeah, around there.
All right, so that does hit you for 17 points of damage. You have 24 hit points. And so 17 is going to leave you at...
My character comes to with like no recollection of what's going on, and everyone's just fucked up in a cave,
Right? Why is my brain not working? Holy
glaring at
crap.
me, pissed off.
You're like, what? What happened? All right, so you're still hanging in there. That is their turn. And then the other shadow goes to haunt Shinbor. So Shinbor, give me a roll. A pair of... Okay, so that's a 3. Roll again for the next one. I think a 3 fails. I think a 2 fails. All right, let me do the math here because they're pretty haunting.
What's getting added?
It's going to be your... Let's see. You would have a +2. 2 plus a 2 is a 4, which isn't enough, and a 3 plus a 2 is a 5, which isn't a 6. So yeah, you would have to roll a 6 total or higher. So unfortunately, you also lose 2 morale points. How many morale do you have? Is it 3 total, I think?
What's that?
You should have 3, because you're a rogue and you start with 2.
Oh yeah, I have to.
Okay, so
Sure.
you're down to 1 morale point. So you're hanging in there, and that is the enemy's turns. All right, players' turns.
Morale potions.
Can I go first because I rolled a 5 for initiative, right?
Yeah, you could do that, or we can do a team up turn. Anybody can go in any order. It's your call.
If you want to make first move, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go with Fury attack on the northwest one.
Okay, roll those 3 attacks.
Okay.
These things are fairly evasive, but they're very low defense, but they're low.
Oh,
It doesn't matter because you rolled terribly, unfortunately. Yeah, so unfortunately, none of those hit. How did you roll 3 times, by the way? That's actually really cool.
oh, you just put the command enter, the command enter, the command enter.
Oh, okay,
You
gotcha.
don't need the last one.
Gotcha. Okay. Neat. All right, so your first set of flurries misses, but you still have 1 more attack plus a cunning charge should you need to use it.
I'll go with precise.
All right, precise strike hits. That does 10 damage. And so these things are very low hit points. They are below half now. Spoilers, this one has 6 health
Also,
left.
I cannot see the health bars. Am I supposed
Yeah.
to not?
I'll just let you know, this one's at 6 health, and they have total of 16 health, so they're very, very fragile.
Okay. I'd like to use execute with a cunning charge on that
Uh,
same one.
Okay, roll it. Don't roll a 1. That's not a 1. All right, it is dead. It poofs away.
Wait, are they gonna have
Okay.
to kill me, or when they kill the rest of them, am I free?
We'll have to find out, won't we?
And then I'd like to use my motions to get away.
Okay.
And there. End
Awesome.
my turn.
Hamilton and Jade.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and loose an aimed shot with my bow.
All right, go for it. Oh no. Do you want to retcon that and say you use the hide action first? As if you're hidden, you get advantage on your attacks.
I'm at a moral crossroads here. Yeah, I'll retcon it.
Okay. So go and roll a hide roll. We'll just make sure that that succeeded. Yeah, that works. Okay, so roll again for the attack, and we'll say you had advantage. And that'll hit. Alrighty, so it is down to 6 hit points as well. And you are revealed now because you're no longer hiding.
And I will move in and what is it? Blade dance?
Okay. So you rush in, you ching. Oh no.
Oh goodness.
So you unfortunately dance a
So
little bit too much in place.
trip over my own feet and kind of
Fumble a little bit, move over here and then move back here. All right. And so that was a good turn, unless you want to use a cunning charge, which is always a good option.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna use a cutting charge after that. I'm gonna attempt to recover and gracefully dance once more.
All right. So you managed to hit the ghost, and then you hit your friend over here, and that's enough to finish off the ghost. The specter, the shade, the shadow, whatever you want to refer to it as, is no more. And then there was one.
Mm.
And you also hit. How much damage is it again? Is this 10 with Blade Dance? So your physique +6, is that right?
Physique +6, yes.
Yeah, so you did
And
10
then hits 3.
damage
Yeah.
to the Dolman. I think, actually, what was the roll? It was 4. So Blade Dance is, for you,
Plus
it's...
15.
Oh, it's a total of +15 for you? Or was...
Well, it says +10, and then base is +5. So
Okay, so yeah, it's a total of 10 then. So
okay.
that's 10 plus 4 is 14. So actually, you don't hit him because he has 16 defense. You guys have a
Okay.
tough fight on your hands because he's tanky boy. All right. So Jade, you got your friend right there. He's looking pretty aggressive. He almost killed you.
Mm,
Or was attempting to.
yeah, looks like I don't have a choice but to hit him.
Yep.
Poor fella.
It'd be like that some
All
days.
right.
It's karma for punting now there.
You did this to me, making Wally retarded.
Yes.
Hmm.
Look, all I did was kick him against the wall. You were the one that said he was cross-eyed after it.
Hey, actions have consequences.
You're literally off God at the moment, man.
Here
I
at
just whispered to Wally that he's beautiful and not to pay any attention to them.
exactly.
Wally's
All
got a
right.
massive dent in his head now.
Got
So
it locked in.
here at Pathways to Adventure, we do not condone baby owlbear violence, but apparently our players do.
I'm
Wait,
gonna
it's
do a
right.
feint attack on him.
Okay, and that hits for 7 damage, I believe. Wait, I think that hits. Let me see. Yeah, because feint attack is a +10, plus a 5, plus a 3. Yeah, that's 18. So yeah, that hits for 7 damage, leaving him at 21.
All right, that puts me in the hidden state in
Yep,
which I sneak behind him and backstab.
go for it. So that's a +5 because he can't see you, and then backstab has +5, and then you have +5 from your technique, and that's a +4, so that's a 19, which does beat his 16. And you do 20 damage to him, leaving him at 1 hit point.
It's always an interesting day when Earl Doomans are.
Yep. And then as he is very low on health, the spirit leaves his body and rematerializes.
Can I use the cunning charge and just take that thing down?
Absolutely.
All right.
That was a good call on that feint attack. I forgot you guys had that.
E.
Because you can backstab even
Uh,
if you're not behind them as long as you're hidden. So
E. Mhm.
what to attack with?
That is the question.
They're very evasive, but they have no armor, so they have 10 defense just from being very hard to hit.
If they're evasive, I'm gonna do a cutthroat.
All right, that's enough to hit. Unfortunately, it has no throat to cut, so it doesn't bleed, so no bleeding effect, but we do some damage to it. It's about 11 hit points now, or
All
9
right.
hit points. And so that's your 3 attacks technically, because you used a charge. And who else is left? I think that's it, right?
Would Uberman go first, like before the monster,
Yeah,
or
I
are they
think
stunned?
we'll let Ulden go since he is no longer possessed, so you get a turn to go.
I'd like to do like my poison heal.
Okay.
It's like the heal for the skeleton, and then hit him with a. What would be better, a dual strike or a flurry?
I'd probably do a precise strike just to make sure you kill him.
A what? Oh,
A
yeah,
precise strike. He's only got 6 hit points. Okay. So rolling it, and it's enough to finish him off. And after 10 seconds, your chant completes and you heal yourself to full. And spend 1 morale point. or rather, you actually are demoralized. You couldn't have done all that. Shit, that's right. So you are demoralized still, and you just had a traumatic experience, so you try to run the hell away from this thing. I forgot my own rules there for a second. And so you run to the opposite end of the cave, and then that
Alright, well,
is.
since I'm running like a little bitch, can I at least take the moral potion that's in the box still?
Yep. You take it, you take that liquid courage sip, and you use the item on your turn for your action, so you're back to full morale, but you are ending your turn there, so that'll work. Okay. And then now it should be the enemy's turns, I believe, unless I missed anybody.
Nope.
All right. It looks very desperate, and it tries to leave your guys' reach, racing over as quickly as it can. Actually, wait, no. These things can teleport to shadow. Is there any shadow over there? Alright, seeing as it's in shadow, it poofs over to the shadow that's under the box lid. Oof. And tries desperately to haunt Shinbor. Shinbor, give me a roll, and may it be good. Oh, shit hit the fan. Here it's good! Alright, and that is its last desperate attempt to do anything. You guys are obviously going to murder it next round, so we're going to go ahead and just skip ahead. And who wants to be the one to kill it?
Me.
Go for it. So you roll a
Alright,
precise sniping attack, or what?
I was just going for a precise strike.
You're like, get back here, you bastard. No one goes in my body but me. And it hits, and he's dead. And you
And
guys
he
have
is
survived being possessed.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Awesome. And so that was interesting. So your chant ends up completing and heals you to full. You spend one of your morale points, so you should be back down to 2. Shinbor is there at 1 morale, so you barely hung in there. You kept your courage and didn't get possessed. Jade's looking a little rough, so you might want to heal Jade too. Otherwise, you guys came out of those 2 fights looking pretty clean.
Yeah.
I will
Yep.
heal Jay.
All right, Jade's back to
Jay
full.
can have Wally's health potion if they need it.
Appreciate it.
Wally is like clutching the health potion with both of its paws, kind of playing with it back and forth.
Fine, Wally. I'll give her mine.
It
Give him mine.
might be a good idea to
Alright,
take
Wally.
stock of who does and who doesn't have a health potion yet, man.
I have no hallucinogenic berries anymore or health potion.
I have one.
I had the 2 from the box. I gave one to Jay just now, and the other one was given to Wally, and they are not giving it up. So we can negotiate that.
Have to
I
make a
will
good
give it to
trade
me.
for him.
I
All
like
right.
pull off one of my ribs and like dangle it above his head.
He looks at it with disgust.
I wind up my foot again.
It's being like, all right, charging up the kicker. All right,
I
so,
quickly pull out some mama meat to try to tempt it away from the potion.
all right, make a friendship roll.
It's better than the alternative.
It is. Yeah, that'll pass. All right, so you managed to just barely convince your little owlbear, your owlet, to give you the potion while you distract it with some meat. And you guys got your other health potion back. So I think that means everybody has 1 health potion at least, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
I don't think I have.
I also do not.
If we found
But I can
2,
heal, so I suppose I'm fine.
yeah, until you're the one that goes down. You are the tankiest of the group, at least, so there's that. At least our healer's tanky. Relatively.
I suppose so.
Yeah, you're just as tanky as a cleric is, ironically, now that I think about it. Because you've actually got more hit points than a cleric does, so you've got to be tankier. You have the same armor. Same defense, rather. All right.
I've got a question for you.
Sure.
since I'm looking at your screen, I can see the stuff that the other people can't.
Mm-hmm.
But you know the way when your characters are like fully in and it's not hidden.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I wish
normally,
Betty Off-White wasn't hidden down in the cave by the giant.
uh, yeah, I might have forgot to remove her.
So you can like secret boss fight or something.
That could be. It is now. Betty Off-White's
Oh
the
no.
raid boss at the end of the game. All right. So you guys are welcome to continue exploring, or if you want to head back to the owlbears, that's fine too. Whatever you guys decide.
Look, after what Lumen's been through, he needs a stiff drink.
Yeah, I likes to head out as well.
All right. So you guys make it out of the cave just fine. And owlbearlets and toad, you make it back to your cart, or at least you would make it back to your cart, but they took the cart with them. And you guys took the other cart with, actually, was Poe with you guys, or was Poe with Ben? I think they had the lizard turtle guy, right?
Yeah, I think we have Bo with us, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So,
just realized when we get back to town, we're gonna have to find special ed trainers for fucking Wally.
yep.
Oh yeah.
And Wally's totally
Where
good.
How
are they
much?
Wally's
hanging?
suffering. Hey, if you want that, you can train Wally. I've got a great method.
What's the method?
How
We
much?
call it negative pun or positive punishment. What's that mean? Kick. So, hey, if you want to learn a quick lesson of psychology, there's positive punishment, negative punishment, positive reward, and negative reward. The differences are funny. So, what do you think negative reward is?
Um, giving someone else a reward right in front of it.
Nope, it's removing a negative thing that the thing doesn't like. So it's already in pain or something, and you give it painkillers.
Oh,
What is positive punishment? It's
no.
spanking. You're adding a negative thing to them that hurts them. So you're adding a punishment. Negative punishment is you're taking away something that they like.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. Or yes, you're removing something that is good, that they enjoy as negative punishment. And
So negative is basically taking away, positive is adding to,
yep,
and then it just falls into the
yeah. It's a reinforcement of a
the
good
alignment chart of what they did.
exactly. And so that's an old behaviorism kind of thing. So usually, depending on the child, most kids respond well to one of the four more than the others. Kind of depends though. It's like there's a lot more to it than that, but that's like the super like too long didn't read version. But I was a kid
Okay,
that
what would you
I was gonna say negative punishment is always a big thing for me. You take away my books and things I like to do and make me bored, I will be absolutely miserable.
do? Same with me. Once I pissed off my dad, went to school, came back, and my whole room was cleared out except my bed and my little brother.
Oh
I
no.
was devastated at the latter.
Oh, that is a good punishment right there. That's rough. All right, so you guys make it back out to the forest. I'll cinch in just real quick. And, get everybody together saying copy paste. Stop the movements. Ow, pig!
Sorry.
My pig just bit the shit out of me. She was trying to grab on my clothes and be like, hey, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. And she bit my shin. You little shit.
Hey,
All
look,
right,
I can train it.
you can kick the pig, break your foot. That's
It
great.
like it bounces off the wall and hits me in the head.
Okay.
You need to like write a little book in game about your training methods and sell it.
Yes.
Yes.
What is it going to be called? Kick to success, or like?
The
All right.
kickstarting guide to training
Kickstarting guy. Kickstarting your outlet. That's great. All right. So you guys
snakes.
managed to make it back to the forest bridge, and everything is good. Nothing has attacked you. You still got your wagon with you. You guys then head back to town, and it's about a day's ride back, half a day's ride back from here, and you guys make it back to Ladies Ball. Let me add you guys here. Roman, Reaper, Dwayne, right here. Oh, I don't have Sneaky Troll Boy here. Let me get him. Yep, Sneaky. There.
Where did Sean even say he wanted to stay? Is he like down in the crime district where he can just sniff people?
Yeah, Crime District would probably be his jam. Let's be real. That gets twisted.
Some girls walking home at night and just Sean's
No,
in an alley ready to sniff.
no, no. All right, so we are back in the city, and we have ample things to sell and to do a whole bunch of stuff with. But I think that's probably a good time to end the session since it's about at 4 hours here in 20 minutes. So
Yeah.
we could probably call it there if you guys want, and then start the next session by buying and selling things and training our How to Train Your Dragon. I mean, Owlbear, by Kitchen.
Just buy lots of boot polish.
Lots of beat polish.
Look.
Ah, that's perfect.
There's
All
also
right.
like it's a really good method. Like if your owl bear starts like biting you, dunk its head for like 50 seconds.
I
Then
imagine
stop
that
biting after like
Wally.
the fifth or sixth attempt.
So I imagine that Wally, I'm gonna roleplay him as like a complete pacifist after his first ever action in life was to get kicked after attacking something. So he thinks violence is just not the answer to any of his problems, unlike every other owlbear in existence.
Oh, that's perfect. It also just perfectly leans into the mentally handicapped owlbear
It
angle.
does. It does. He's just like, no, we must be peaceful. We must protect people. And his version of protecting is just running away. Um, such a absolute Chad but now there. All right, so you guys
Yes.
make it back. You reconvene with your buddies, and everything's good. You get some kumbaya time. You guys succeed. You get your ample rewards for carrying the cart all the way up there and back. You return your cart. You return the dragon turtle. You get your deposit back, and all that fun good stuff. Um, and what was it? Scuttle, I think was the name of the lizard turtle. Um, really enjoyed your company and uh, talks to um, Ugolman and says, hire again next time. Very fun. Had good meat or had good berries in his lizardy speech.
Oh, he's on about the berries.
Got some more berries.
I sneak as I'm handing him off to his owner. I sneakily give him like a fist full of berries.
Do we have any berries left?
I think so.
Maybe we put some in the cart. That's probably what it was. All right, so you give him a few more berries, and he flops over on his shell and starts spinning again. All right, so we'll end the
Wait,
session there. Huh?
Did I did I turn the lizard into a junkie in the same game I made a bear retarded?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you,
Oh, fuck
you
that.
totally have a junky turtle lizard that's gonna always want to be your buddy. You're his dealer now. This will have
So the,
consequences.
li- the lizard turtle sees me as like godly figure that gets stoned, and Wally sees me as the evil thing it needs to overcome.
Exactly. Yep.
Wally's gonna snap one of these days, and instead of attacking the dragon like it's meant to, just tackles me off.
When he gets bigger one of these days, he's gonna remember he can kick you.
Oh no, I've got Jeffrey and Epstein, along with Poe to protect me.
They're
He's
just
gonna
gonna
get
watch it
quite
happen,
the
probably.
full entourage.
Well, oh, that was the other thing I was going to tell you guys. On the way back, a lot of the owlbears started riding on Poe like it was daddy, and or mommy. So Poe is mommy, and you guys are daddies. And so daddies and bears is what we're going to call this episode. And so we end on a good note today. And as always, since we got a big group, we'll go on it a little earlier than we normally do. Let's do our 3 questions. Your favorite thing that happened, the coolest thing for your character, um, the thing you wish that could be improved or that you had rough time with, and then the thing you learned. Let's take it from the top with you, Goldman.
Right, what were the questions again?
Favorite thing that happened for your character of the whole session, um, and then thing you learned, and thing you wish could be improved, or that you didn't have as much fun about.
Right, my favorite thing was definitely what happened for Wally.
For sure, that was an easy one.
Like, did I roll like a crit 6 on him or something?
I think so.
How did I end up hitting him that hard?
I think he rolled a nat 1 to avoid your crit, or your hit, if I recall, from the kit.
Oh, yeah. And then
Yeah,
what
that's
was the
just more
second?
victim blaming. Let's just blame the owlbear for being kicked against the wall into retardation.
He jumped at him, and so he caught some air and was easier to, hit.
He nibbled on my finger, even though I technically can't feel pain since I don't have nerves. But it's the principle of the thing.
That's the principle
Right,
of
my
that.
least favorite thing was someone that bites me, I turn them retarded. Happens a lot.
Yep. All right.
My
And
least
so
favorite thing was definitely getting possessed.
that was so
And
good.
the thing I wish I could change is annoying God. Annoying you is the worst thing to do. Or like doing something that you might disagree with, like turning Wally retarded. Because that got me possessed.
To be fair, they were already ganging up on you anyways, but you were the strongest member of the party. So they were gonna pick on whoever was the strongest. It just so happened to be you, and it worked out perfectly like a chef's kiss. It was so good.
Never a dull day with Ulduman around.
Never. All right, let's do Shinbor. Let's do you next.
My favorite part was definitely getting new pet.
Yeah. Always new
Uh,
things for brunch.
part I could see improved is I only took damage once or twice that, and I feel like that's a little too good.
Okay. I will say you definitely had people that were taking hits for you, so that probably made it feel a lot easier.
Yeah,
Because yeah, I certainly wasn't pulling any punches with the enemies because they hit hard. It's just they had the same limitations of players that can only attack twice, and you guys were climbing all over them like a bunch of spider fleas.
yeah. And what's the last thing?
Thing you learned. Climbing is overpowered.
Oh, um, I learned that I roll way too many ones.
This is true. It does be like that some days. I always curse people to roll ones when they really, really don't want to. But that's probably my fault. I'm the worst at that. I've killed so many players with that. Even when it's a D20, I curse people to have ones. All right, good questions, good answers. Jade?
My favorite thing, it was probably that brutal kill on that ice giant that I did.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Least favorite thing, I agree with Shinbor, except I took damage a grand total of once. And I guess the thing I learned is that one reaction thing I did was really useful.
The they did it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did it to really, really powerfully. It does cost some morale points, so it's not usable all the time. But when you need it, it's good.
yeah, it's always good to have it in the backlog.
Yep. Well, I think the other reason you guys didn't get hit as much is you had the dodge roll to reactively get away with that, once per round, and then you also had they did it. That was so good
Yeah,
though, making him kill the other spirit though. That really turned the fight around.
Wait, Jake, was I the only one that damaged you?
Yeah,
Yep. That's
the only
hilarious.
damage I ever took was from a party member.
That's so good. Only in this game, man. Only in this game. Awesome. And thing to learn.
The thing I learned was about the reaction.
Oh, yes, that's right. You have 3 rogues, and you're the first person to remember to use it.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Learning your class as you play, it's always the best way. We got
Yep.
Udolman, we got Jade, we got Shindor, Hamilton.
My favorite thing was using the They Did It to get Wally to bite.
Yes.
Was it Epic?
Or, yeah, Epic's
I'm
character.
still I'm still learning everybody's names and stuff.
You can call me Ryan.
Ryan? Okay.
That was really fun.
And the thing
Wait
that
a minute, so you're technically the one responsible for making him special needs bear. Because he wouldn't have been kicked if that didn't happen.
if we just keep pointing fingers, it's just 3 more pointing fingers pointing back at you. So we just won't worry about who did what.
Oh, that's priceless.
Anything can sound bad if you jumble the words around.
And I'm dyslexic, so I make all things sound bad. Awesome. So that was a good favorite thing. What do you think could be improved?
I'm still learning the system, so I'm not really sure. I kind of liked how everything went, but as I play it more, I'll probably have better feedback on that.
Yeah, I get that one often, so that's cool.
And the thing that I learned is that cutting strike is awesome.
Yes, there's so many things you can do with that thing, Rich. Awesome. And then Gary Buttsnipper's not here, Delane is not here, and Reaper's not here. So for my 3 answers, I will say my favorite part of the session was the teamwork that you guys did. There was a lot of good teamwork. Um, I like that even though we didn't have a dedicated healer class, that it still worked out well, even with just an adventurer or a ranger healing. Definitely was a little touch and go at times, but not too bad at all. Um, I would say thing I learned is that by God, it's hard to keep up with the damage on 4 large health creatures separately. So actually doing that as one large creature kind of helped out a little bit on that. So I was able to just subtract from 1,000 hit points, and then when I hit 250, I would kind of know that one of them's about to die. And so that kind of helped with keeping track of that a little bit. Thing I wish was improved. Um, I don't know. That's kind of hard for me on this one because I feel like the game went so well. We had a lot of good laughs. Apparently, I need to plan for an army of owlbears in the future, so I guess that's where I need to improve. So I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you guys again so much. We got 7 minutes before it's going to be at the 4 hour mark, so perfect time to call it quits and wrap things up. Was there any questions you guys have before we go?
Nope.
Yeah, one thing, John.
Yes.
If you're looking for people to join, why don't you go into one of the D&D Discord servers that have the looking for group thing and post your thing?
I don't know why I never
You're
thought to
in
do that in the Discord. I've been doing it on Reddit, and Reddit's been working fairly okay. But yeah, definitely I might want to check out those Discords for that purpose. It's not D&D though, and so some of the Discords are really picky about only doing 5th edition. So I'd have to find one that's amenable to doing that. And I am starting to kind of slow down my 100 games goal because it's kind of driving me bonkers doing it every single day. Um, because 30 days in a row is like, oof. So I may not need it as much anymore, but that is definitely good advice to try. And so if you find any Discords you think that would be good for that, just shoot them my way and I'll check them out.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, thank you guys so, so very much. If nobody else has any other questions, we can call it there. All right.
Yeah, I feel like every question I have will be answered when we do the buying and selling of stuff because it has to do with weights and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, that works. And we'll figure out where everybody's districts are on the next session. start there and start selling and do all that stuff, and then be able to go adventure out from there with a whole new adventure. So
Is it still going to be like a tomorrow is the next session, or is it going to be another day?
it'll be another day. What days work best for you guys? Because I know I'm doing my Saturday game tomorrow with Jade, and so that one will definitely be filled already. And is there any other day of the week that works for you guys? I know Jade, you play quite frequently with us, so I'm trying to kind of plan
Yeah.
around your schedule so you don't have to play too much.
I'm fine with basically any day you just want to play.
Okay.
Same.
I'm busy on Tuesday. Other than that, I'm good.
Okay, maybe Sunday then. Would that work for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I could do that.
That work for you, Chevy?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, no rush if you can. I know you guys are usually pretty busy mentioning. Or you and oh my goodness, why not like his name? Your friend.
Ghetto?
Yeah, Ghetto area. Yeah, no, he's often really quite busy. So let's shoot for Sunday, and if you can make it, great. If you guys can't, that's fine too. And we'll just do a one-off adventure probably, and get stuff sold. Go do a quest that you guys get to choose. I'll give you some good options on the quest board. I'll prepare a few scenarios, and probably go from there.
All right.
Cool beans. Well, you guys take care. We're ending at exactly 4 minutes before we close, so that's good timing. And if anybody's been watching, thank you for watching. If you watch it later, thank you for watching later. And it's been John Horry, independent developer of Pathways to Adventure, playing with some good peoples. And we're going to hopefully come back on Sunday, and tomorrow we'll have our in-person viewing. So thank you and have a good day. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.